Hi, chat. Oh, Kendra is in
Hi,
here. Why is she
guys.
not in the call? She joined the V2, but
She
not the
clearly
call.
hates us. She just hates us. She wants to be there in spirit, but not vocally. She's gonna communicate via many facial expressions.
Fair.
Ooh, speaking of various facial expressions, my food just got delivered. I'll be right back.
Oh, fair enough. So, guys, how are you guys doing? And yes, we did get Lum Lum back this week. There's Kendra. Thank you, Monkey, for the banana. It is much appreciated. We always appreciate the bananas. The Banana Republic does like to do donations.
Oh my god, I'm a Dojin character now.
Thank you for the Dojin character. Nice to see the blurb is working fine. A new anime rule. You have to watch Redo of Healer to watch anything else. If you can't get past the first few episodes, you can't watch any more anime. And thank you for another banana. Again, much appreciated. Cold and hungry, but I can't eat after 6. Oof. Went to see Bone Temple in Silent Hill today. Washing my mini has-been hell of a t-shirts that have been stuck in a closet. Fair. God, Kendra's dead. She died, chat.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I forgot to turn off push to talk from earlier.
Ah, fair. You're a little loud.
Let me fix that. Is that good?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, everyone.
We got to see Monkey back throw her in the snow. Thank you for the 2, Monkey. So, chat, I've got 2 little videos today because I didn't realize the first one was only 9 minutes long. So the first one is about slavery in anime, which is very important. Kendra is here for this. We need professional opinion.
Well, I can tell you this. Slavery, bad.
And then we have another one for Cyberpunk, Lucy versus Rebecca, and something about sexualization.
We'll see if it's good. Probably isn't.
Slavery in a sexual context is very good. But chat, while we wait for Lumi,
Oh, sorry.
I've been playing Arknight's Infield all day. I am around level 47 now. I just got to the 2nd chapter in the whole new area, so that's fun. I do be making progress.
How fun is Arknights? I've never played it before.
Depends. The first one is a tower defense game, so you need to be into tower defense stuff for that one. The second one is a bit more of a traditional, well, I guess it's traditional nowadays for anime gacha.
What about anime gacha?
I've been playing Arknight's Infield,
Oh yeah.
and I've been building my factory. But we got Kendra, Lumi, so we can talk about slavery.
Oh good. Mizu wanted to make sure that he wasn't too offensive about the slavery, and we figured you're just the right person to correct him.
I don't know. Will my expertise? It's always 50-50 with these types of things.
I mean, honestly, it's at this point, it's just in the blood. It should be second nature.
But you two can already see
love
the
you, Kendra.
video, so you get to see our friend's little avatar for the video.
Yes. I think he's one of
Makes
those. What is it? It's been like a steady rise. There's been a lot of YouTubers who like essay YouTubers who have learned like animation and stuff like that, and use that as a way to like present their like findings and stuff. It's like pretty cool.
Yeah, but his avatar makes me want to punch him in the face.
You don't like him?
No, it's that low poly man bun that he has going on. At least I think that's a man bun. I don't know. It pisses me off.
It's either a man bun or one of the samurai things. Either way, we shall judge you.
Yep.
Well, I hope you guys are ready for it.
Hey, I'm crossing the road now. I sure hope a truck doesn't come out of nowhere and kill me, sending me to another world full of magic and sexy, sexy elf women. That'd really suck. Hello? Isekai. You love them, you hate them, they're good, they're bad, most of the time they're bad, but it doesn't matter because they're so fun you keep coming back for more. Who doesn't like...
Well, how do we like our preamble here?
Pretty dry, but we're gonna need a little more substance to that.
It's like the animation is nice, but he seems. It's like, okay, there's two different types of monotone voices. The ones that I really enjoy, like Mizutamari. He has a very nice monotone voice that I can just fall asleep to, which is why I had him read stories to me before when we were long distance. And then there's this guy's monotone, where he sounds like he's trying to be happy, but he can't.
He has no emotion. Also, this is completely unrelated to the video, but if I don't say it now, I'll forget about it. You guys ever remember how people constantly share around that YouTube video, the alt-right playbook?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently,
I do not.
yeah, there's a video by a guy called Innuendo Studio called the alt-right playbook that people share around all the time because it's such a good political piece. Don't really care about the politics of it. What I do care about is something I found out today, which is he is apparently wanted by the IRS and he fled to Japan. Also, he's a cuckold.
Oh.
One of these things is not like the other. Oh my gosh.
He's in a HuffPost article from like 2012 where he talks about how he watches his wife get dicked by other guys. And
What the fuck?
he's in the article talking about how he deals with the jealousy of watching his wife fuck other men.
You know, a good way to deal with jealousy? Just go bang your wife, bro.
Yeah.
And
It's
he
like,
somehow got
you know
outed
what?
to his family because Steve Harvey, the Steve Harvey, read the article and sent him a letter to ask him to appear on his show.
Oh.
Which his parents received the letter on accident, so. I
love Steve Harvey so much more now.
I just found that out today and I just thought it was really funny.
You know, I think at that point, you might as well just end it all.
Like it was a lot of lore that I did not know about. Anyways, I just wanted to say that to chat.
Going from 0 to 60 like that reminds me of, granted, this was a news article from like, what, a couple days ago? Today? I don't remember. But apparently this ex-Canadian ex-Canadian Olympics champion or whatever is now apparently a huge drug kingpin that was just arrested.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, huh.
But it's the Canadians. They've had it too good for too long.
Always
They
the French Canadians. Anyways, sorry chat. Didn't mean to do that. But I would forget about it if I didn't say it now.
Like the idea of going on an adventure in another world, learning magic, making friends, and sometimes more on the way to fight the Demon King. It's either that or farming. It's a weird number of isekai about farming. 99% of isekai can be described with one word. Trash. They're poorly written self-insert power fantasies, each a carbon copy of every other isekai that's ever been written. You see these?
Nuh-uh.
These are all different main characters from different stories. I've read hundreds of isekai from the most mainstream.
Look, just because the main character is generic does not mean the isekai is generic.
Nah, he put on in another world. My thing is that list is clearly old, so that probably is however long the video is old.
Oh, the video's
But
8
also-
days old.
Oh, he should have just used an updated list. What the heck? Like, if you're gonna use, like, listen, I get it. I hate the protagonist of In Another World with my smartphone too. But if you're gonna use anything, just use an updated list, bro.
But he already had to work so hard to animate the thing. He had to find the first picture that he can Google.
Yeah. But it's
That's
like
what we call
I don't care that some of them are generic, right? Like, watch any TV show. There's gonna be like a large percentage of them that are generic. That doesn't necessarily mean they're bad.
Well, you see, nothing is subversive anymore.
Yeah.
Main characters from different stories. I've read hundreds of isekai, from the most mainstream to the most obscure, suffering in silence from the shitty writing that plagues this genre. Is anyone actually making you read these? I don't know, this just seems like such a non-issue. I will suffer in silence no longer. There are dozens of issues I could talk about. Boring characters, bad storylines, no stakes, but I am one person and that is a lot of animating, so I'm going to talk about one.
Okay, hold on. Here's another thing that makes, like, you know, anything that is translated over to English absolute slop. Localizers. Did you read it in the original Japanese, or did you read some shitty localization?
That's also true.
I don't know. This is true, but I'm not sure if poor local. Actually, no. I think poor localization could fix In Another World with my smartphone. It's In Another World with my smartphone. Nothing changed other than the fact that he had a smartphone.
No, like, yeah, there's some that really suck, obviously. But whenever people are like, oh, like, every isekai sucks, it's like, well, that's like me saying every rom-com sucks. Because there's a metric ton of them, and a lot of them are generic and boring. But that doesn't, like, that's not a condemnation of every single one of them or the genre itself. It's popular, so a lot of people try and copy the popular stuff. It's just life. I know what he's about to say.
The worst one. I don't know if you're ready for what's behind this door. It makes me sick just thinking about it.
All right, pipe down, ballerina.
Alright everyone, it's time to create the love interest for the main character in I got sent to another world with 1,000 god tier skills, but all I want is a slow life farming magical vegetables. What do we got? Well, she can't have any actual personality. Yeah, she should only be focusing on the main character. We could make her an elf or a cat girl or something and give her
Humongous hungalonga no no logongus.
That's genius. Okay, that's a strong start. Gotta say though, it feels like it's not enough. Yeah, I don't like the idea of writing a woman that has free will. She should be obsessed with the main character. Like her whole world is the main character. Yeah, but how are we gonna shoehorn this character into the story? She could be a slave. You know, she could be a slave. He'd own her. Like property. It's not my fetish or anything. I just thought, oh, slavery is the bay leaf.
I really don't think there's that many with slaves.
There's not really that many with slaves, but it does happen. But the thing is, though, is like, there's a lot of that don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because it's Shield Hero. Technically Redo of Healer, but if you watch Redo of Healer because you think it's a regular isekai, you're retarded.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
There's it's the Summoned Demon King one, where the two girls try to summon somebody, but they accidentally bind themselves to him. But that's more like a comedy thing. Until the sex. But, you know.
Redo of Healer isn't an isekai.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Redo of Healer is an isekai.
But people say it is because like he got
power fantasy. It's
Yeah.
it's basically the exact same thing.
Well, I've played with people before, but a lot of people don't know what an isekai is. Because I had somebody get in a long, drawn-out fight with me about why SAO is an isekai. It's like, it's not an isekai. It's just Kirito's normal world.
Well, you see, it's an isekai because your mom, I don't know.
Yeah. Demonic Bites, the Shield Hero, Tsukimichi, Jobless Reincarnation, Konosuba doesn't really have slaves. You're not talking about Aqua being forced to go with him. That's not really slavery. It's more like a comedic punishment for her.
There was more of like Aqua being punished, and then it turns out that no, you're punished because you're stuck with an idiot.
Also, Overlord has slaves somewhere in it. Has slavery in the world. We're not talking about slavery in the world. It feels like we're talking about the main character's harem girl being a slave. I don't know, I can't think of it. There really aren't that many that have, like, the main characters having slaves. Well, I mean, maybe he'll say something about slavery in general. I was under the impression we were talking specifically about the main character's party. Not just, like, overall slavery. Because then that's just kind of limiting your stories to dumb stuff.
Of plot devices. You may think you need it, but you probably don't. It can be a powerful writing tool, showcasing cruelty, trauma, PTSD, all kinds of interesting and intense emotions, but it has to be written well. Isekai in general are not written well. In these stories, the concept of slavery is used for two reasons. One is a ham-fisted way to introduce a female character who can only fall in love with the main character. This is useful, because it's hard to write a woman naturally falling in love with a man when that man has less personality than a stale piece of bread. Two, it's used to create scenarios where the main character can show they're a good.
I would like to point out that one of the big complaints about isekais is the main character being overpowered. It is not difficult to get girls to fall in love with a guy that they think is literally the most powerful man in the world. It doesn't matter like if his personality is a piece of stale bread. He's literally the most powerful man in the world. The fact that not as many women fall for them when they do these displays of like massive fuck-offery to the entire world is astounding and unrealistic.
Honestly, it's like one isekai that I really, really, really love, and I really hope we get a season 2. Please, for the love of God, give me a season 2. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Oh,
I know
good.
about that one. That was good.
Oh, I love it so much. I want a second season, please. And also, granted, this isn't your everyday isekai because it's not about a man. Fluffy Paradise. I love that show.
I love Fluffy Paradise. Fluffy Paradise was
I'm
fun.
so happy I dragged you over to watch it with me.
Oh, it was good. Chat says, Lumi, we are getting season 2.
Oh, fuck yeah. Last time I looked, we didn't have anything confirmed. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm happy. Yay!
I'm waiting to see what he says, though, because the only, like, big anime I can think of where the main character has a slave girl is Shield Hero. And in Shield Hero, it's more supposed to show how literally everybody in the world hates the Shield Hero, and the only way he can get anybody in his party is if he has a slave.
Not only that, but I get that you don't like certain stories that like, oh, it's a powerful writing tool and show that the world that there's oppression. Guess what? Not everybody wants to write Shakespeare, bro. Like, even the creator of like Redo of Healer literally said, I only wrote this so that I could get money to write my other series, The Assassin Isekai.
Yeah.
Like, no, not everybody wants to write Shakespeare. Not everybody wants to make the next Full Metal Alchemist. Some people just want to make slop so that they can fund their actual passions. You know, like what you're doing in your YouTube video.
Yeah. I really just don't think there's that big of a problem. Because I can't, like, even name enough to fill a hand.
Person. Except it doesn't work because the main character is not a good person. They bought a slave. A great example is when the main...
Okay, I've heard this argument before from, like, Mother's Basement and, like, 50 other people. The main character bad because bought a slave. If you buy a slave in a world where slavery is normal with the intention of treating them better than anybody else in the world, I really don't think you can make the justification that the main character is bad. And actually, it's a hentai game, but I played a hentai game where the main character actually, or the guy that wrote it actually ripped on this exact same thing. Because it was a world where basically like all elves are slaves and property. So he just happened to own one that was passed down for him from his father. And you learn very early on that if you free an elf, then, and like kind of let them roam free in the street, basically some other person is just going to take them, chain them up, and then boom, they're a slave again. Because they're just not allowed to be free. That's just how the world works. And somebody tries to chew him out and be like, well, why do you own a slave? You should just free her. And he's like, well, if I free her, somebody else is going to take her, and they're probably going to do something bad to her. And she's like, but you still own her, which means you're still perpetuating the system of slavery. And he has to, like, shoot it down, you know? Like, if I don't, somebody else will, and they will treat her like shit. And I don't want her to be treated like shit. Like, what else do you really expect me to do? What is your option? Just let her be treated like shit so I can say I'm not a slave owner?
What is it? I think it was in passing, but I'm pretty sure I heard Jobless Reincarnation like do the same thing where they're like, listen, the slaves that happened, like Rudy acted like super maturely and he just was like, I'm taking this slave and I'm going because that's literally just how the world was already. So
yeah,
because if he like tried doing something that would he was literally surrounded by like so many guards, so many like safe like stuff that was already implemented before he was born. Some random guy just coming in and saying stop the slavery is just going to get killed because number one, these people have been doing this longer than you've been alive. So good luck with that.
Also, thank you, Toa, for the 5. Also, they were trying to make him their slave and messed up, so they kind of had it coming. I believe that was in reference to Redo of Healer.
Yep. Which, yes, they had it coming.
Yeah. This is just dumb, though. It's such a dumb argument.
Character realizes there are slaves in this world. It always goes like this. Slavery? That's horrible. I can't believe they're doing that. That's so wrong. H-cups, you say? Well, when in Rome, this creates a...
No, the main character sees that there's slavery, and they're like, I can't end the entire institution of slavery in this world, and I can't buy every single slave in existence and free them, but I could buy this one and give them a better life than they will if any of these other assholes get a hold of them. Like, it's so dumb.
Problem because we're supposed to like the main character of the story. Not just that, isekais are vicarious, and it's hard to want to live vicariously through a character that just bought a slave. The solution to this problem is not having the character buy a slave, but we're kind of past that point, so we need to find another solution. A popular way of showing how kind the main character is having him ask for the slave's opinion, and then the slave gets really surprised that their master's so liberal they want their slave's opinion on something. And that's it. The main character is nice because he asked for an opinion.
What though you're actually thinking of is the main character treats the slave like a real human being that is their equal. You're not thinking, oh, because they asked their opinion once. That is a way to show that the main character does not see a divide between themselves and the slave as like separate classes of people. It's to show that like they consider them equals.
And it's like, what was it? You know what? This will be a strange comparison, but I'm gonna do the comparison anyway. It's like, in the show, you get a slave, and you slowly start introducing normality to said slave, so then they feel like a person again. It's kind of similar to how in the movie Mama, where the girls are absolutely fucking feral, and you have to, you know, slowly introduce them to normal life again until they could properly readjust. Because if you do that too fast, it'll absolutely fucking destroy the person.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't just be like, oh, yes, I bought you. Okay, now go out on your own and figure it out yourself.
This feels like he is being very specific on one particular story over a trope. Yeah, it feels like he's trying to address one specific story and then saying this is just how it is in these isekais. It's like, okay, this isn't most isekais. This isn't even a lot of isekais. I can't think of that many that do it. This isn't even most isekais that use the slave trope to begin with. Like, I don't know where you're getting this. Where you're getting all these problems from.
Well, you see, there were 5 anime this season that had slavery, and that's all I'm going off of.
What story is he referencing then, though? I don't know. I can't think of one. It's probably like some super niche isekai that nobody's read.
This is one of the better options. There's another one that goes like this. Oh, you don't have to eat on the floor. You can eat at the table.
What? He's letting me eat at the table instead of eating off the floor like a dog? Dai ski da yo. Dai ski da yo. Dai ski da yo.
Using slavery as a way to crappily introduce a love interest is...
I now want to kill myself. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, she wants to eat. She's realizing because... Oh my gosh. I think I just had a brain fart.
He is so dumb.
Bro. She's excited because she doesn't have to eat on the floor because every one of her comrades that got sold likely eats off the floor. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's how it works in worlds that have slavery.
I hesitate to say fine, it's obviously not good, but there are worse things you can do. None come to mind, but what I'm trying to get at is the way slavery is used in these...
You can't think of a single worse thing to do. Not one. Okay, bro. Alright.
stories is not the main issue. It's how slavery is portrayed. It's disgustingly lighthearted, and it spits on the suffering of millions of people. There isn't a single isekai I've read that comes close to accurately depicting just how horrific slavery was. Some of them are so flippant in their treatment of the topic, it's borderline Confederate propaganda. There are thousands of examples.
What the fuck are you smoking?
Oh, it's always they always. He didn't say it, guys, but you know he was talking about black people. You know, my thing is, it's like, man, there's no series out there that treats slavery like the horrible thing it is. Yeah, because I didn't come to my manga to read about slavery. If I wanted to do that, I'd pick up a history book. Oh my gosh.
I just got flashbanged by the Confederacy thing.
Like, brother, this is like, what is it? I'm pretty. What is it? What is it? How long has it been since? What is it? How long has it been since your last video with that one girl who was talking about blackface and propaganda? It's been. We're just gonna keep sketching out every week, every video. And we're gonna. Was it until what is it? The video. Basically, how many days has it been since somebody who doesn't like a trope compares it to something regarding black people?
Number of days since slavery comparison.
I'm looking at his other videos, and this is his first time delving into anime content.
He needs to stop talking
this
about anime now.
This is his first real popular video. He's only made, let's see, 4, 8, 6, 17 videos. Started doing content creation like a year ago. And he doesn't have a Twitter, so I can't see what his other opinions are.
He should probably stay off social media.
No, I hope he makes a Twitter.
Gosh, every single time, bro. Please stop comparing it to sleep. Please. This is like the 4th time or something. I just remember after the last time someone compared to black people, I just had to go on the Twitter and be like, can you guys please stop doing this? It just shows how uneducated you are. Please.
But Kendra, the Confederacy.
The Confederacy, blackface. Every single time, it's either the Confederacy, blackface, minstrel shows.
The South will rise again.
Every single time, like they're doing better job advertising racism than actual racist. Like, bro, stop the cap.
Okay, before we continue on with his video, since this one popped off so well for him, what kind of anime hot take, quote unquote, is he gonna do next? Is he gonna do the lolly thing, or is he going to say, "Man, why Berserk is such a bad series"?
Fan service.
You know, just for you, Lumi,
fan service.
I hope his next one he talks about rants. Just an entire rant about how rants is.
Dude, I am not prepared for the absolute fucking brain dead videos that are going to be coming out after the Rants games are released on Steam. Because no. Mother's fucking basement is probably already writing a goddamn script to release it the day after Rants gets released on Steam.
Prepare yourself, Lumi.
We are going to watch the video, and then I am going to... You know what? I can't even say what I was gonna say because it breaks TOS.
He's coming for your game, Lumi.
No, leave my boy alone. He is the poster child for every character that is made in a fucking isekai.
He's gonna be. They're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. Lumi,
all roads. All roads lead back to Rants.
They do. Thank you for the 5, Toa. Was newsflash, it still exists. Fire.
Of Isekai that do this, but I'm going to use the rest of this video to talk about one. And the reason why is kind of interesting. This Isekai isn't any worse in how it represents slavery. What makes it stand out is it...
Do we want to take a guess at what Isekai it is?
Shield Hero.
You think Shield Hero?
Hero.
I think Shield Hero.
I'm feeling Shield Hero. I'm feeling Shield Hero. I would say not redo of Healer because I think it's he would recognize it as a hentai.
On how old are the Rants games? The Rants games have been around for what? Since the 80s, I believe. No, before the 80s.
Since the before times.
Rants game first.
So we have mostly Shield Hero.
1989. Rants: The Quest for Hikari was released in 1989.
Everybody is Shield Hero.
It's the longest running RPG series.
Is it an RPG? I guess.
Yes.
But most people are saying Shield Hero. We got 2 Harem and the Labyrinths, and then we got one one for Rudius, which Rudius is jobless reincarnation, right?
Yeah.
Has quite possibly the most evil main character I have ever seen.
Jobless reincarnation.
100%.
Yeah,
I changed my answer.
jobless reincarnation. Yeah,
Some stories,
I agree.
That's the point. The main character's supposed to be the bad guy. They're supposed to be evil. What's unique about this story is the main character's not supposed to be the bad guy. In the story, he's just a dude. A lot of people like him. But if you actually read what's happening, you realize he's a fucking psychopath. Isekai may cute. Isekai may cute. This isekai.
No, we're doing the harem one. I guess we were wrong.
You know, I think it's just because it's an isekai harem.
I guess.
Oh, I saw that one.
It's like,
That
okay,
one's-
you can tell from the cover just what very specific audience is wants to cater to.
Yeah, I don't see why people look at like covers like this and they're like, you know what? That looks like something not sexual in nature. Definitely nothing to do with a harem.
It's really close to a haname. Yeah.
And yes, this is the one people were saying, Harem and the Labyrinth of Another World. Well, I guess let's see what he has to say about it.
Starts off like any other. The main character goes to another world, but he doesn't know he's in another world, he just thinks he's in a game. When bandits attack the village he starts in, he does what you do in video games. He kills them. It's only after the fight that he learns the blood on his hands is real, that he just took the lives of living, breathing people. Do I get to keep their stuff? Mr. Author, sir, it's clear you need help, so I made a little formula for you. You take your character, add a traumatic situation, and the output is a traumatized, relatable character. You see, you were close with what you did. You took your character, added a traumatic situation, but then you made them say the most insane thing.
Is it traumatic though? It's like it's self-defense.
It's that traumatic when he... Yeah. It's like these are evil people wanting to fucking raise a village. And just like, okay, what would you do? Would you just stand there and be like, oh man, I don't want to kill these people. They're real people too. Man, go ahead and kill these innocents. Yeah, you want to go rape that woman? Go ahead. Why would I stop you?
Also, Winter Dragon has a good point. Trauma is relatable? Question mark. I mean, it's what he said.
Well,
He's
yeah,
like,
don't you?
at a relatable traumatic situation. Yes, good sir. I also remember my first time slicing 5 men in half with a sword. It's a common occurrence on my way to work.
Listen, like, so I had my trauma too. We just had one last week. It's good times, good times.
I turn my trauma into comedy now. That's why I always joke, man, what do you mean not everyone almost gets kidnapped in their youth twice?
Yeah. Thank you, Looney Lenny, for the 10. Thank you for the streams after my part-time job shift on Sundays. I appreciate it. I hope we have a good entertainment for you. Even if you have to be tortured with these videos.
I beg of you, go outside and talk to an actual human being. I would rip into you more, but this isn't close to the worst thing that happens in this scene. When they're going through the bandits' items, the main character notices the boss bandit's bandana has been swapped out. This is an issue for all of about 3 minutes. The guy who stole it gets caught immediately. So, what do you want to do with him? Yeah, I have the bandana, so just do what you normally do, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll just sell him into slavery. What? What? He stole a bandana. The punishment doesn't really fit the crime there. You know what? It doesn't matter. This is another great opportunity to humanize the main.
Man, do you want to know what some countries do when you steal something? They cut off your hands.
That's my thing. It's like this guy keeps saying like, "Oh, just go talk to a real person, and you would never see this." And it's like, have you been outside of your house or country, bro? Some things in the world are just that messed up.
Also,
Like,
this is an anime. I don't want it to be like real life. If I did, I'd go outside.
But about
If I
Mizu,
did, look in a mirror.
don't forget, all anime is political.
My God. Bad Lumi, bad.
I want to see the political analysis of Bible Black now.
Listen, you know someone out there is probably like, you know what, bet.
Dude, if
Was
someone
I
actually
cheating?
fucking did, I would give them $100.
I'm not even kidding. Like someone, what is it? I was literally looking for character sheets because I was like invested in like my favorite series, and someone just had a listing for all the character sheets for Bible Black at the top of their list. I'm just like,
Fair.
I mean, okay, whoever out there wants to preserve the lore of Bible Black, be my guest. I guess.
Oh, it's dying again.
Hey, you are not.
Damn it, blurp.
It's like you are. How what?
Oh, my blurp is dying again. It's doing the thing where it just like starts killing itself. I need to find a new thing for that. Really quick, thank you, Crundly Bundly, for the 20. Never humanize peasants. They never will be. That's correct. I do not humanize the peasantry.
Well, careful not to look in the mirror, Mizu.
I'm above those rapscallions. Blurp always dies, Mizu.
Nico,
I know
Boku
it.
no Pico is very woke of its time. If I saw that, I'll lose it. Oh, Boku no Pico. Always relevant up to this day.
Fair.
Listen, somewhere out there, there's like a guy who did a series out there. He probably reviewed Boku no Pico at some point.
Oh, a bunch of people did.
All he has to say is, oh no, that's way too harsh of a punishment. Just make him pay me some money or something. Do I get the money when you sell him? The next chapter is...
Listen, honestly, James, that's what I'd say.
I would at least ask for half of the money.
Exactly. Like, I mean, he stole from me. I get it, right? I don't think you understand, bro. Because, like, again, not every main character is meant to be relatable. Some of them are just supposed to be fun to watch. However, if somebody broke into my house and robbed me, and when the police caught him, they're like, okay, so we're going to sell him into slavery. I'd be like, okay, yeah, bye. What, you want me to stand up for the guy that robbed me? No, fuck him.
No,
Oh my
you
god.
gotta be
Okay, no. It's like, this is funny. This reminds me of a news article that I actually seen the other day, where, what is it? This dude was trying to rob a woman, and by God's grace, the woman that he tried to rob was actually a professional fighter.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is this the
Fighter.
Russian woman that locked him in the basement?
No. She beats the fuck out of him with her purse, breaks his face, and he ends up being put into a medically induced coma. And the dude's mom is just like, oh, how dare you use over excessive force and hurt my son, and tries to sue her for, like, what was it, $1.6 million for excessive self-defense. It's like, what? She swiftly lost that case. And then as soon as the dude woke up from his coma, he woke up to robbery charges and a countersuit.
Based Russian woman? No, the Russian woman is the one I was thinking of, chat. And I don't know if you guys have heard of the Russian woman, but there was a guy that broke into a Russian woman's house to try and rape her. She tied him up, shoved him in the basement, and then she raped him for like 3 days in a row before somebody heard the screaming coming from her basement.
Oh, I know about that one.
Yeah, that was...
I was thinking
Okay,
about the lady who was a professional fighter. Someone broke into her house, and what ended up happening was that I think it was either a guy or a girl. They ended up picking their table up and beating him until he went to the hospital and the police came.
Someone broke into a guy's house and the homeowner turned the
house.
robbery into his XXX slave. That was the Russian
I
woman.
remember that. And also, the Russian woman should have gagged the dude so he couldn't scream as loud.
I know.
Like, come on.
You fucked up. She wasn't thinking about it.
Unless she liked the screaming.
Him selling a
stop
man
robbing
to a
people.
slave trader. While he's doing so, he sees a very pretty slave girl and instantly falls in love with her. The next 8 chapters are him working his ass off so he can buy her because he wants to sleep with her. He states multiple times that he wants to buy this girl because she is hot and he wants to have sex. I think what gets me the most here is the main character.
Honestly based. Man knows what
Honestly,
he
yeah.
has goals. He has ambition. He's working to make his dreams a reality. Like, I don't see the problem here. It's a very aspirational story.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask this dude, like, okay, which is worse? A dude working for honest money to buy his future buy his future bride, or arranged child marriages between a 9-year-old and a 50-something-year-old?
Exactly.
Which one's worse? I would like to say that buying the hot, legally aged slave with giant fucking knockers is 100% better.
The fact that I already know what you're talking about makes me want to go jump out of the cathedral.
Look, all I'm saying is the man is driven. And we should respect that.
Knows what he's doing is wrong. He states multiple times throughout the story that what he's doing is not okay, and then he does it anyway. He knows she's not.
Listen, bro, look me dead in the eye and tell me you are now thrust into an isekai world and you see, like, literally Jennifer Lawrence tier women at the slave auction and you tell me you're not buying one.
No, he's the type of guy who would be like, I'd free her because of her personality. You know I'm right. That's what all these people do. They'd be like, like, here's the thing. If you like someone for their personality, you like it for their personality. But you got some people out here who think who like treat personality on the same level as sex, bro.
Artemis for 5. The slave girl is totally into the idea, by the way. Literally everyone consents. This guy is the uninvolved third party that doesn't consent.
The myth of consent. I consent. I consent. Is there someone you forgot to ask?
Fucking Crundly Bundley sending one in for Lumi for 10. Says, I'd wear her skin.
Based.
Trying to curry favor with the ponyfish.
Hey, it's like any aspirations is good aspirations within reason.
Yeah.
As long as they're of legal age, your aspirations are just an arm's reach away.
Not comfortable sleeping with him. He knows it's not okay to buy and sell people, but he does it anyway. It makes sense there isn't a villain in this story, because what the hell could he do to top this? I know some people are going to disagree with my take here and stand in.
I could think of several things he could do to top that instead of just legally buying her. It's just me, though.
Like wearing her skin.
I do find that just so funny, right? Like, he finds the idea of buying another person in a world where slavery is normal and treating them way nicer than anyone else is in the world as the worst possible thing you can do. Like, you don't think there's tiers of a couple other things that might be a bit, higher on the list? That's the worst.
No, just buying the slave is the worst thing you could possibly do. Ignore everything else.
Defensive Isekai, which is insane, but I'll give you a chance. Hold on, let me just... Okay, go ahead. Oh, Direwire, you big dummy idiot. You're so wrong about Isekai, it's not even funny. First off, you can't talk bad about the beautiful, perfect Japanese people. Everyone knows that Japanese haven't ever done anything.
I can't stay.
I don't like you as like a person now. Like, before I thought you were dumb, and now I just dislike you on a human level.
Not a human level.
Yeah.
There's
Thank you
most
for
of
the
it.
1,000 biddies, Gabby. Go for cute femboys instead. Yes.
I can't
Is it,
stand
the
these
dislike is
people.
on a fundamental level now. Like, I wanted to just forget about him and just be like, well, there's another idiot. But now, oh my god, if this dude talks about lollies or fan service, we need to watch another video and we need to tear it apart.
Something, we'll watch the video and he's like, these people made fun of me, but I got the views from it, guys, so it's okay.
Well, here's a good way to not give him views on it. Watch it from either a private window or download the video. That's what I do with major kill videos when I have to watch it for when I have Pontius on for Warhammer Wednesdays. I just download it, so then major kill doesn't get my fucking view.
Jazz for 5, a straw man to surpass Metal Gear. Like,
Can I be real with you? And this is gonna be strong, but I don't really care. I hate people that use that stupid argument of being like the perfect Japanese people. The only time somebody thinks Japan is this perfect country is in their number one, they're either 13 or their life sucks because nobody's actually helping them. Because while this guy is literally sitting around doing a anime video about the horrors of slavery, someone out there is already a slave and he's not doing jack about it. I hate these people so much because they always say people think Japan's the perfect country, and that's literally what I talked about last time with all these people that do that Japan versus place and Japan bad. Was it place Japan bad edition? They're just obsessed with Japan, just on the opposite end of the spectrum.
exactly. And it's painful to see. And it always comes off as, like, very racist.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real. Listen, let's just find out if he's from the UK.
Fair.
Wrong. You can't judge Eastern media on Western morals. Plus, the Japanese don't even really understand slavery. It's not like the U.S. where slavery was
Nobody has ever said this.
No, fuck you.
I'm losing it.
Nobody has
The
ever said this in
Japanese
your
don't know
life.
anything about slavery. What the fuck?
ever said this.
Koreans would probably like a word. A good portion of the Chinese probably want a fucking word.
First off, you know good and well he's gonna start bringing that up. He's already brought up the Confederacy. You know good and well he's gonna be like, did you hear about the experiments of how we found out that the human body is 60% water?
Well, he's got a full minute left.
If he brings that up, he's already on my list. He's gonna be on the idiot list. Please do not
He's
bring
already on the idiot list.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, please do not bring up something actually genuinely serious on the discussion of anime, please.
Japan hasn't had slaves in a long time. They don't.
That it?
That's it.
Oh my god.
It is so hard doing these ending segments. Like, listen to what I just recorded. This video took over 150 hours of just animating, not to.
Should have put it back in the oven.
You were probably a better person before you made this video.
Yes.
That's the whole video? Yeah, that's the whole video.
I agree.
That's it. That is just way for him to complain about one anime and say basically nothing of value about it.
Let's keep listening to his rambling so then no one can say you didn't watch the whole video.
Life, I don't have one. Help me. There was a lot more where that came from, and I'm not going to put that in the video. So I'm just here to ask you if you like the.
Okay, that's it. That's all of it.
Ask if you liked the video. No, we did not fucking like the video. Please delete it.
I think I'm having an aneurysm.
Frog Jupiter for 5. Fun fact, Southerners were genuinely scared of abolition because of the Haitian Revolution. In Haiti, the former consumed all the white people, and by all, I'm including the French abolitionists.
I think I'm losing it.
Yeah, no, somebody in chat mentioned it, but every single one of these videos is people like, what if I tried to apply my real life issues to an anime? It's like, or what if you didn't? What if you just enjoyed the fact that it is an anime? Like, I don't... Why can't you do this?
Chat.
Also, thank you,
gonna go walk
Nasco, on
for a bit.
Twitch for the biddies. It says, I play Conan Exiles, where catching slaves is a game mechanic. This loser would have an aneurysm if he tried to play it. Also, nice to see Lumi again. When part 7 of JoJo comes out, people are going to go crazy for that 50-year-old man married a 14-year-old. What happens in JoJo?
I've only ever watched like 4 episodes of the first season.
Optic Kendra die again. She's...
I think she said she was gonna take a walk.
Fair.
I think the video officially broke her.
Also, yeah, I saw the thing about the Young Turks. I don't care about the Young Turks. They can do what they want. You can enslave people in Fallout. I'm pretty sure you can enslave people in a lot of games. And even if you can't, you can. They just don't talk about it. Like
even Skyrim, you basically have many slaves.
Yeah, and you have mind control.
All right, I'm back.
Kendra's busy finding this guy's
I had
house.
to contemplate on my bed for a few minutes.
Somebody says, would he watch Dead Man Wonderland and sob because of prisoners' rights?
You know, he might.
Well, chat, before we start the next torture session, I am going to go grab a drink because I ran out of drinky drink and I'm thirsty. If you two need a drink, this is a good moment to get a drink, or just chat up the chat.
Okay.
Chat. It's just your fault. I wouldn't be here right now
shit.
if it wasn't for you.
Man, it's like I hate Anitubers so much, but it's such good fucking content.
I don't hate Anitubers, but some of these modern Anitubers are getting on my nerves, bro. Where are the Anitubers that just talk about their favorite obscure series? Oh wait, I already followed them.
The time of that,
and they don't post that often.
Yeah, the time for that has come and gone. Unfortunately, there's just a bunch of fucking new gens that want to add IRL fucking morality to the goddamn fictional settings, and it's like, please shut up. I don't want to hear about. Oh, but what about my consent for when you read something that you chose to pick up?
Yes,
or like fucking what?
You must hear what I have to say.
It's like, what was that stupid ass fucking post that I seen? I think it was like 2 years ago. Where it's like, because you know, we were talking about shipping and stuff in Hetalia earlier today.
Yeah.
And someone made a post saying like, oh, well, you know, I don't like shipping fictional characters because they can't consent to it. What am I supposed to do? It's like, dude, if you really want to commit to that bit, why not ask the VA of the character?
I am returned, by the way.
This is the same series. We got to the talk of Italia. This is the same series where in the English dub they added Jewish jokes and a lot of racism. Please do not do the morality game with Italia.
That would be funny.
Oh, I love Hetalia so much. it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, no,
So we're
but,
talking about the G jokes are fucking funny in Hetalia. They're great. But like me and Kendra were just like talking about Hetalia for probably about 40 minutes or so. And we both agreed we probably have no right to ever talk about the war between Russia and Ukraine because our Hetalia brain would just kick in and be like, well, Ukraine would never do that to her big brother Russia. Belarus is still just basically the same.
Fair. Really quick, Frog Jupiter for 5. Bro's probably a John Brown supporter, the guy who stunted social progress in the South by trying to start a Haitian revolution, justifying the South's genuine concerns. Appreciate the super chat. Also, let's try and keep it anime related if possible. But next one is about sexualization, which is why I have 2 women in here.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do in my pastime. Sexualizing other women.
If you asked me to describe the cyberpunk genre, I would summarize it as high-tech sci-fi dystopia. A world.
Well, that's all we need to watch because she's British. Her opinions don't matter anymore.
Come on, Lumi.
What? The British never have anything good to say.
Well, they don't, but still.
Be like, the sexualization of women, never ask listen, there are 2 things you should never ask British people. How high is what country has the second highest form of child trafficking? How do they feel about Romani people?
Put on the boobs. Did the boobs not work? Why did the boobs not work? Here, I'll put on the boobs myself. There you go. I don't know why the boobs didn't work. I might have to do it manually for a bit.
Functioning at a glance, but only because it is propped up on the bodies of a slave class, an underground of average Joes for whom every day is a desperate fight for survival. The cyberpunk genre is...
Actually, to be fair, it's not always very clear where what's propping up the systems in cyberpunk worlds, because typically the bottom rung is just a bunch of bums doing literally nothing but turf wars in the street. So there's always like this weird part of cyberpunk where it's like, I don't know who here is actually doing the work. I would assume it's just robots doing everything because nobody else we see is ever fucking working.
Listen, sometimes you can start a revolution.
Is able to tackle a lot of themes because it straddles that space between sci-fi, the limit is your imagination world building, and a take our current world and move a few sliders to max, rooting in reality. It's an effective vessel through which we critique corporations, late-stage capitalism, and the inevitable standoff between human rights and profit-driven business. What if
Cyberpunk isn't always about capitalism. In fact, a lot of prominent cyberpunk shows focus more heavily on socialism. Or, in more cases, fascism. The late-stage capitalism thing is kind of a new thought process.
The late-stage capitalism thing is mostly with fucking... fuck, it's been so long since I've actually played Cyberpunk, I forgot what the...
Arasaka?
Big rich company is. Yeah. Arasaka. That, it's like... With Arasaka just owning basically everything and basically demanding upgrades from everybody, it's like, yes, I can see it like that. Actually, you know what? I actually had the perfect thing to compare Cyberpunk to in terms of Arasaka and, trashing, quote-unquote, old units and wanting people to upgrade their pieces and whatever. Cyberpunk is just basically robots, but with people.
And thank you, Crunley Bunley, for the 10. Turf Wars is the bedrock of any economy of worth, though. I mean, I guess technically. But thank you guys.
And Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say thank you guys just for you hit the goal already tonight. We barely started. Don't worry, chat. We got 40
Robots
minutes of this.
2005 mention? Yes. Dude, Robots from 2005. Peak movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Your life will change for the better.
Oh, yeah, no, Robots was great.
And Aunt Fanny is the best character in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Medics won't lay a finger on you if you're not a member of their exact insurance plan. What if your apartment auto-locks the second you're late on rent? What if 2 days of life-saving medication costs 1 day of work? What if adverts could be played directly into your brain? Some of those concepts might be sitting uncomfortably close to home for a few of you. It's a shame that you can't also get your arm fitted with a little DVD player so you can watch Hoodwinked on the go. It might take the edge off. Cyberpunk also links nicely to transhumanism, the idea that humans can and will transcend biological evolution.
I will say this too. I think a lot of people forget the capitalism element of not necessarily Cyberpunk 2077, but with most Cyberpunk things, the controlling element in the background is normally like an afterthought that isn't particularly well fleshed out. Most of the time, the focus is more on smaller stories with your main character, whoever they happen to be.
But the commentary is there, Mizu.
Evolution using
World
technology.
building.
Transhumanism falls along a spectrum, ranging anywhere from using medicine to overcome illness, to prosthetics, augmentations, through to cyborgs.
I'll be honest, I've never heard anyone say that transhumanism is linked to medicine. I mean, I guess very
I've never.
technically in the definition, but... Did you have something else you want to say, Lumi? I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. It's like, granted, Mooseman is more into the whole transhumanism thing than I am, but usually whenever I hear that, it's, you know, adding robotic or, you know, non-organic parts to you to enhance yourself, essentially. Not, you know, taking medicine. That's just taking medicine.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone say medicine is linked to transhumanism.
Robots uploading your consciousness and beyond, whatever you can imagine. Cyberpunk sits in these furthest reaches. Bodies and brains can be augmented with functional and fashionable fixtures. You can swap out your limbs, change your eye, skin and hair color, implant weapons and tools, etc. As long as you have the money to do it, you can do whatever you want. This is interesting, not just because you can fasten a frisbee launcher to your forehead and give your dog the best day of its life, but because of the accessibility of beauty. And what does that mean? Well, we'll get to that in just a moment. First, I want to talk to you about the...
Nobody cares about your ad.
Nope.
This video was intended to be a shit on Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a 10-episode anime I think is as shallow as it is empty.
What? That is a fucking take.
That is the take of all time. Okay.
I felt like I got hit by a freight train with that one. I haven't even okay, so I've never seen Edgerunners, but everything I've seen about it is enough to be like, it's Studio Trigger. They're anything but shallow.
You know, honestly, I think it's just because it's Studio Trigger.
I've seen it and I thought it was good.
It's a great show. I really enjoy it. Especially Rebecca, because she started up the whole lolly debate again.
You already know where this is headed, Lumi. Don't
This has got to be about the
yes,
lolly
I know.
thing, because I just got like absolutely
has to be.
flashbanged with... this was supposed to be a shit on Cyberpunk video because it's shallow and worthless. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That
I
is-
was like, how is it shallow and worthless with how much Rebecca and Adam Smasher porn I've seen? Honestly, I think that means a lot.
You see, Illumi, you're just porn-brained. You don't understand
I am.
the message.
Dude, it's like everyone in my Discord server sees how I talk about my current hyperfixation, which is a Leland coil from the Outlast trials. I absolutely fucking am.
Thank you, Megumi, for the 5. Would looks maxing fall into transhumanism in a sense? Probably. Toa for 5. 2 days work for 1 day meds. Forgets that most of human history the meds didn't even exist. And yes, medicine is a big thing in TH. And Crunley Bundley for 5. 1776 is back on now. Silly Brit Bong. Them's fighting words. No, honestly, that flashbanged me harder than the dude that randomly said, and this is how this relates to the Confederacy. That one, like, oh, Jesus.
Like a dog bowl left out in the sun. But as I began to write this script and rewatch the anime to refresh myself on what exactly about Cyberpunk Edgerunners cranks my chrome, I realised that it boiled down to one thing.
Don't say
specifically
it like that.
Lucy. Not her as, like, a person. She seems perfectly lovely. But her story, her writing, her arc, it all majorly pisses me off.
What?
What? Oh yeah, she seems lovely, but everything about her fucking sucks. Okay.
She's like the emotional core of the story. What are you on about?
Screw your emotional core. She kind of sucks.
The show had a measly 10 episodes to tell a 1-year story across a surprisingly large...
Hold up. What did you think was 1 year about the story it told, exactly? I'm not saying it couldn't have had more episodes. It probably could have done a little bit better story-wise with more episodes. Where did you go from 10 episodes to 1 year?
Cast of characters, and none of them ever quite seem to get their time in the light, beyond David's mentor and cautionary tale Maine, who dies an omen of David's inevitable fate. The show never felt like it was getting to the point, despite frequently arriving at the point and fighting on it. As the story progressed, I found myself getting exhausted with the turns it was taking, and became increasingly alienated from our main duo, David and Lucy. Not in a that's the point way either, as much as...
Okay, so Okay, so she's probably younger and she is used to instant gratification. She does not want story building. She does not want character building. She just wants, oh, you have the thing right there. Okay, story's done. Oh, what do you mean only 2 episodes? Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Toa for 5. Some types of meds, monoclonal antibodies, can be 20 to 50k per dose because they take literal months to make and can't be done in bulk. No, I imagine like some medicines like complex as shit to do.
I'd have liked it to be the case. Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a tragic tale of young David Martinez who gets into crime, augments his body into cyberpsychosis, basically in-universe berserker rage, machine over matter insanity, a black mental hole out of which he will never be able to climb, bags hot girl Lucy, emotionally neglects her, and then dies in a gesture of futile sacrifice after she is kidnapped. I was told it would have me sobbing, and somehow I ended up pissed off. I think this show is crap. The story hinges its emotional crux on you giving a shit about a teenager who finds out he is uniquely talented in body augmentation. He can have...
He's not, though. Like, he really isn't. Like, that's something
That's why he goes...
That's why he goes cyber psycho.
Yeah, that's what I immediately picked up, like, instantly. Again, I've never seen this series, but I do know about that he kind of loses it. And now that they said it like that, it's like, well, no... But he still, like, went berserk and died.
You literally just showed a scene of Lucy having to bring him down because he was losing his shit.
Yeah. And it's like, he didn't emotionally neglect Lucy at all. If anything, the one that was emotionally neglected and had her heart broken was Rebecca. She was pining after that boy. And just, no, he was just like, oh, man. But Lucy, isn't she great? And Rebecca is just like, yeah, sigh.
I'm also trying to figure out what she's talking about the finale. Because it seems, it's like the way she describes it, it sounds like she just watched a completely different show. Like, I guess she didn't take notes on it and she's trying to play it by memory.
I don't know. And it's like, I don't think she realizes that everybody has their own limits when it comes to augmenting their own body. Some people can add more, like, you know, upgrades and stuff to everything until they, you know, go fucking crazy.
And then some people just become robots like Atom Smasher.
Yeah. Atom Smasher isn't all there either. but he can still follow orders and everything. He's fucking insane, but he can still follow orders.
Yeah.
Handle 10 times the augmentation of your standard person. He is warned by Braindance editor Jimmy Kurosaki, Braindances being super VR memories you can buy and experience, that over-augmentation ends in death or insanity about 100% of the time. Then he sees his mentor main go mad and die by over-augmentation. Everyone thinks they're the exception, but they're not, David is told. And he's like, yeah, but I am the exception. David continues to augment his body, uses this to get rich.
He isn't just like, oh yeah, I am the exception. It's like, no, he's a teenager thinking that he can just take on the world. That's just a teen being a fucking teen.
Yeah, that's just him like chest beating. That's not him actually being the exception. That's literally him being like everybody else that thinks they are the exception. Like, we're literally shown multiple times that no, he's wrong. He is in fact not the exception. But he's also like 18.
Yeah.
Sees clear physical symptoms that he is overdoing it, symptoms identical to the ones his mentor manifested, refuses to downgrade despite his friends, girlfriend, colleagues, and even his financially exploitative doctor begging him to. His girlfriend gets abducted by a man desperate for a promotion, and David decides to do one last augmentation, turns into a TIE fighter, and dies during the mission to rescue her. I did not care. I'm sorry. I know that it's supposed to be a tragic tale about addiction to power, or success, or just an addiction metaphor played cyberpunk, but this...
You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. This is why I hate people that they have to force a message into everything, because she is completely missing the entire story because she's desperate to find, like, a meaning to the story. It's like, no, the meaning was David loved Lucy, and Lucy got what she wanted, and it's not what she actually needed in the end. It's not like a fucking cautionary tale about success. Shut up.
I just think it's really funny that she's like really flippant about the literal addiction this person's going through, being like, yeah, you got addicted, but your story sucked though. Grow up.
Like, she's just tried so hard to find like a political message to it. It's like, no, it's a story. It had a story message. It's the story of David and Lucy and Rebecca. Like, stop looking for the politics. It's not there. It doesn't need to be there.
But Mizu, everything is political.
Apparently it does. It pisses me off so much.
Isn't the kind of story that pulls at my heartstrings. I sympathize, sure. Like, I did hope that he would listen to reason, despite the fact that his support system should have realized saying, please stop, there is a 100% guarantee that you will face dire consequences, to the man who keeps insisting that he is too talented to face consequences just isn't going to work. No one in that headspace is going to listen to you. They should have taken more assertive measures, maybe even just put him out and specced him down themselves, stripped him for parts like an old car. But I am not crying anytime soon over Mr. Blenderhands getting everything he wanted and then dying a preventable death that he was warned away from by his friends, colleagues, and professional associates for months ahead of time. Even during the final episode, there's this plot point where he is tricked into using the TIE fighter looking suit by the enemy masquerading as his girlfriend. But I don't know why they act like it was something he had to be manipulated into doing. David had just finished a conversation with colleague Rebecca, who had identified his near slip into insanity and begged him, for her safety and for the safety of their team, not to use his augmentations again on that job, and he immediately walked out and began using the augmentations again in front of her with a smile on his face. He pushes his limit way beyond what he knows will kill him, what his doctor has told him will kill him, but he does it anyway because he knows he's going to die, so who cares if he kills all of his friends in the process. Hey man, would you mind?
I think you have completely missed the point of this story.
I kind of think they're not really a nice person to be around.
Didn't
Like,
they would
that
save
sounds so
Lucy at the
mean,
end?
like-
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I do not think this person is really nice to be around. I'm sorry. It's like, I can sympathize, but that was preventable. It kind of sucks for you and your friends.
I'm trying to figure out, like, His chat's like with me with this. It seems like she didn't actually watch the show. She's like, well, he just went out and started flippantly using his tech again. Because he had to. He didn't have, like, a choice. I don't understand. Like, what did you watch? Sure as shit didn't watch the same thing we watched. This is the female version of Buzz Killington.
Holding off on the cybernetic enhancements that are making you go insane, you're putting all of us in danger and jeopardizing the entire mission. No thanks, I really like using them, so I'm just gonna keep using them. Like, suit yourself, man, but my sympathy has expired. If you're going to have a protagonist become so selfish that he's just straight up cruel and careless, you should probably budget a few more seasons. I need more than 100 minutes with this guy to have enough reasons to, at best, back him up in his life decisions, and at worst, watch with tears in my eyes as he crumbles under the weight of his mistakes. As it stands, my bond with David Martinez was undercooked. I just kept wondering why everyone was letting this dickhead drive if he was going to keep insisting on running them off the road.
I'm so confused. She's giving me a headache.
Huh.
It sounds so pretentious and mean. Like, that's the thing I'm stuck on. This person just sounds pretentious and mean.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's you. That's on you. I would have wanted like 50 seasons to get to know you and see your sacrifice than see you just rush all this. And yeah, I did hear about the complaints that like Cyberpunk should have gone on longer, but like this person just kind of seems mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's also like, I guess doesn't get the universe he's in. Like, she doesn't get that dystopia is not a happy place. That's the point of it being a dystopia. Like,
well,
I
want the dystopia, but I don't want the dystopia.
Yeah, like the world sucks, and the people in the world reflect that. They are being as good as they can.
Or like copper and iron would look like, except just
and it's like
underground about the same height.
David came from like, you know, when he was still living with his mom when she was alive and stuff. They weren't like, you know, well off and stuff. And as soon as he started working with his mercenary group and he was getting money, it's like that's why he was like, you know, buying what he could, upgrade what he could, just started becoming so reckless because he finally felt like he could do stuff that he wanted to do.
Things showing up
and again, it's teenage recklessness, finally having money and the freedom to do what he wants.
Oh, that's what happened.
Also, yes, Chad, that is like Lumi BF ASMR.
Behind me, and I went into a
yes. But fucking, what was it?
Teenage recklessness.
Yes, teenage recklessness. It's like if I lived in a world like that and I had the opportunity to make money and do what I want, I would take advantage of that. Make yourself a nice, comfortable life in a shitty fucking world. Because if I grew up in, like, you know, the slums, it's like, granted, he wasn't exactly in the slums, but he was pretty darn close to it. I would take that escape.
Yeah.
Most fallen heroes begin as good or neutral, so it's standard to have an empathetic backstory. I understand why Ghetto breaks up with Gojo, I understand why Walter White keeps cooking meth, I understand why Tai Lung breaks out of prison, I understand why Captain Walker uses white phosphorus on civilians, and I—
No, you fucking don't. Nobody understood why, outside of the game forced you to, and that. Everybody hates that game.
will understand when Pym goes crazy at the smiling friends, because I don't understand why the hotel was his responsibility when they haven't even added him to the group chat. I rooted for David when he was getting bullied, when he was the poor kid at school, when his mum was failed by a medical system she couldn't afford basic human decency from, but as time went on, these allowances dry up. He stops being the underdog and just starts doing crime, which is fine, but if you're going to escalate his behavior, then
that's the world they live in! Do you not understand dystopia?
No, because I don't live in dystopia, but I do like the commentary.
I'm sorry,
that's like
you can
understand
the soldier with PTSD using phosphorus on like civilians because he's just crazy, but you can't understand David turning to a life of crime to make money.
That's like what my thing with these people. They always do the thing where it's like, oh yeah, no, I love the commentary, but like, I don't like that they're doing bad things to further the commentary. And it's like, you cannot like it, but like, have some common sense with this. There's a reason why they're commentating on it this way.
Yep.
I'm so cute. Oh. I think she just really hates this show for some reason.
You can't keep running on the steam of a childhood and poverty he's long since overcome. There was never a moment in the second half of Edgerunners where I was hoping it would all work out for David. I just sat there waiting for the moment when I was supposed to start caring about this melt who had everything he could ever want and still wanted more. When he bags the woman of his dreams and then barely speaks a word to her for the rest of the series beyond trying to dump her when she asks him to stop putting toasters in his arms, I was like, oh yeah, I see why it only ever seems to be guys who tell me this is the saddest story they've ever seen. Yeah, I'm generalizing, but I am starting to appreciate why impossibly talented teenage boy gets everything he wants at the expense of everyone around him and then dies pointlessly for a woman who spends the final episodes either fully naked or as an item for him to go and retrieve wasn't exactly going to smash with my demographic.
You are just like such a horrendous person. Like, I don't...
There's so much about this. There's so much about this, bro. There's so much about this where I'm just kind of like, I'm not saying you're like a terrible, terrible person, but this person just seems really unlikable.
Who pissed in her tea? Fuck, I don't know, man.
Unironically, bro. Like, unironically. Like, genuinely, like, they just seem, it's like, man, can't believe it, a guy who literally was in the slums, who literally had nothing to his name, but you're finally out of the slums, why can't you just do better?
Yeah.
And it's like,
how do you think he made that money, and how do you think he's gonna keep making more? What do you think, you just become a career criminal, then once you make it, you just stop doing crime, and you get, like, a job at McDonald's? Like, what crack are you smoking?
Like, that's my thing. This is, like, she's complaining about, like, oh, of course guys would tell me this is privilege. No, what she's saying is basically what, and I'm gonna be rude about this, this is basically just what a rich white woman would say. Being like, just stop being poor, guys. I mean, you're finally, like, not poor anymore. Why are you still doing crime? It's almost like that's what I grew up with because I had no guidance in my life. That's why we have teenage criminals. Because of people like you!
You know, I don't think this woman has ever met an actual person in poverty before.
Yeah. Frog Jupiter for 2. Leftists don't have empathy, they have projection. And in chat, Dingus Bingus said the famous line, "Why are you always so fucking negative all the time, Chris Griffin?"
Bro! Like, bro! She's so mean!
I'm mean about some things, but, like, it doesn't... I feel like when I do it, it doesn't feel, like, venomous. With this, it feels like proper venom.
Here's the thing, you're not really mean. You're mean in the sense that you're mean in the sense that you know that at the end of the day, this needs to get done. She's mean just to be mean.
It does sound kind of mean. Like, oh, we still got 20 minutes too. Holy shit.
And then never mind the fact that her weird comments about Lucy being like, oh, she spent the final part of the show naked. It's like, yeah,
so
because
did David.
This is literally a trope in fiction. They like literally had a trope in fiction where the two lovers get together, have sex, because that's probably the last time they're ever gonna see each other. Like, oh my gosh.
You may argue he was trying to save enough money for Lucy to go to the moon. It's $250k for a one-way ticket, and their final job paid $1.2 million each. But, I mean, they live in a penthouse mansion. Did David need to be augmented to death to achieve the funds? No, he was already making money with the augmentations he had. So what if it takes him 3 years to save enough instead of 1? The addiction to augmentations and the end goal of...
You do not understand, like, the premise of Cyberpunk as, like, a world. And why does he have to do it now? Why can't he wait? Well, they all fucking die at the end, so that kind of tells you what's going on. Like,
it's almost like, it'd be like, it only takes 3 years to save up. Yeah, in 3 years, one of them could die.
Yeah.
It's not
the
that
trip
hard.
to the moon are two separate things that I think this show fails to tie together. If he had a time limit that required him to push his bodily limits, I think that could work, but this kid is 17 and already destroying his body for a trip to the moon that he could have saved for in 3 years instead of 1.
don't say that multiple times. You said it once, just leave it. Like,
again, he could die at any moment. That's why he wanted to do it now.
I used to almost exclusively watch Jenny Nicholson videos, so I was excited.
Oh, that tells you your problem. Also, thank you for the head pats chat.
To make a numbered list of all the reasons why I think Edgerunners is buns. Unfortunately, the longer I sat here with my pen and paper, the more I realised that this video was never going to be a list of all the things I hate, because the thing I hate is the emotional foundation of the story. I hate the objectification of our female lead. 50% of the love story that forms the backbone of Cyberpunk Edgerunners is in the box, and this gangrenous leg corrupts everything it touches. Lucy is a MacGuffin. She is a prize to be won. She is the cold, standoffish, hard-to-get stereotype who greets David by stroking his face and chest. A walking contradiction of someone who the writers cannot decide how to make sexy, only that they need her to be sexy.
You are not the target demographic for Lucy. They don't know how to make her sexy. Trust me, they achieved it.
She's more sexy than most anime characters today. Oh my god. I can't stand this person already. It's like, I know nothing of this series. She just keeps saying stuff.
I honestly think you know. I think you know more about this series than she does at this point, Kendra.
Oh my gosh. She's so mean. She's like, I hate this character. I hate this character. They're objectifying this character, so I hate that character. At least the cute core girls at least like the characters from the series, man. Bro.
I guess she just, because she's acting like Lucy doesn't do anything, but Lucy's a netrunner. Like, I guess maybe she doesn't understand what that means, but she's like the future version of that character that's the super hacker in the back room. It's like, I hit 2 buttons on my keyboard and now I have $8 bajillion from the bank. Like, Lucy's that person, except a bit more active, because netrunners kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Like, she just has a different role on the team, and it is considered, in Cyberpunk lore, probably one of the most important and most respected roles. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, considering the fact that we're here right now, you probably already know why she's gonna be saying that. Let's listen. You already know we're gonna get with the Rebecca stuff.
Perhaps. Thank you, Wolf Spain, for 5. Just got here. Is she supposed to be so posh? Is she British? If so, of course she is. Also, Lucy is very tame compared to most anime series.
Yeah.
She does the thing.
And also, I'm gonna guess that this chick is going to use pedo bait at least once in this video.
Lumi's got money down on pedo bait.
Yep.
Crunley Bunley for 10. How much do you want to bet she's 1,300 pound, 4'2" frog creature from the swamp? That's not insult people's looks. We're nice here.
You were only allowed to, make fun of somebody during that one stream for a minute. That time has come and gone, and he deleted his video.
Yes.
sexy, only that they need her to be sexy. She does the thing femme fatale characters do where she disarms men by rubbing up against them. She is simultaneously extremely unapproachable and seductively physical. Her personal bubble is as impenetrable as the Iron Curtain and gapingly open to men she's known for 2 minutes because we only have 10 episodes to write this love story and there's no time for a slow burn, so we're just gonna have to pretend. They want to write a tragic backstory for Lucy but don't have the space to flesh her out in the present. So late in the series we learn that she was an orphan child slave who watched her fellow orphans die under the exploitation of the Arasaka Corporation. But the series does not have the time or motivation to tackle this with care. All of
You don't need much else.
I'm pretty sure, like, okay, so is this group mentioned in Cyberpunk?
What do you mean? Arasaka?
Like the Arasaka group.
Yeah, Arasaka is basically super Amazon and they control the world.
Okay, then in that case, go play the freaking game. It's like they don't explore it in the show. Yeah, it's because it's supposed to advertise you to go play the game. If you want to learn more about this corporation, play in the game that they talk about the corporation. You're just meeting one of the characters who's affected by it. Now go play the game where you see that in more detail. Oh my god.
Yeah,
stand this person.
Arasaka is kind of your big bad, and they're like a worldwide corporation that just kind of runs everything secretly. And the head of their corporation has just been alive for like bajillion years and refuses to die because he puts all his money into extending his life.
Okay.
her scenes present an object whose primary role is love interest and whose secondary role is eye candy, propped up on the shaky foundations of child.
Really? She doesn't have a singular other role? Like you just showed a clip of her hacking something. She has literally no other role?
Nope.
No. Why are you asking that? Why are you doing that one scene from Emperor's New Groove? What are you doing? Go build a fire. I'm not doing anything.
Exploitation, which is ironically very fitting, although probably not in the way the writers intended. Lucy was a child slave used by the Arasaka Corporation for something called net running. You are loaded into the cyber world and
Okay, so you know what net running is. You know what her job is. You did pay attention that far. But you're still pretending like she doesn't do anything.
walk around to search for information, like walking through a physical space. Netrunning is dangerous. The system sees you as a virus and will attack you. Her cohorts frequently die during these runs, and as a consequence of the surrounding Arasaka neglect. They were all considered expendable. As things got dire, Lucy and her friends decided to try one final escape. Better to die hopeful than to die a slave, they reasoned. As they ran for the exits, Arasaka security opened fire on them. They were all gunned down but one. Lucy was the only one who escaped, only to find herself homeless. The only options she had for survival were crime. She has no family, no schooling, and no other skills beyond hacking and net running, the two things that remind her most of what she's been through. The unfortunate reality is that she is the best netrunner on the team. Although there is another netrunner called Kiwi, circumstances occasionally force Lucy to netrun for the team. The first time this happens, she flies into a panic you'd never expect from a woman so stoic. She is really scared, but she asks David to reassure her that he believes in her and volunteers to take Kiwi's place. Netrunning and her broader past is a topic Lucy takes a long time to open up to David about, and we're given a short—
I thought she had no character development. I thought she was just there to be like a pretty prop. And she opens up immediately to every guy. What's with this long time to open up to David about thing? You should probably reread your script.
Clearly to her. Clearly to her, Lucy's trauma doesn't matter. It's just a set piece.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hurtbox, for 5. The reason they don't need to explain anything, Arasaka, is because the series based in Cyberpunk expects you to have read or played the TTRPG and War Turkey 5 for 5. The chick must think Lucy is useless because she wasn't acting manly and did an invaluable tactical support instead. Now I'm like more annoyed because she's showing she understands Lucy's story and Lucy's role in the team. And after we just went through this whole thing about she has no character, she's just eye candy and she doesn't do shit. She just dislikes Lucy on a conceptual level. That's all I can say.
recap of what happened to her as a child. This is about as far as this thing goes for Lucy in terms of narrative depth, because the show has bigger priorities, namely getting her naked, getting her wet, and getting some camera shots of her panting for breath or standing around in nothing but a towel. Despite how netrunning represents everything she is trying to escape, an experience that, even at the mention, visibly upsets her, she climbs into the bath glistening and naked, panting, with the camera focused on her breasts. Her face isn't even in the shot.
It's not focused on her breast. It's panning across the whole body. Did you watch the clip before you posted?
I think this person. I really.
I need to keep going because her nipples on the
Is
screen.
on how David is checking her naked body out. The emphasis is always on Lucy's body. The way the camera pans up from feet to face.
We're gonna
the
wait
way
till it
shots
gets past the
linger on her
nudity.
steamy.
That's fine. That one's fine. I'm not getting fucking busted by YouTube for nudity.
It's like, okay, she censors all this, but then she kept the nipple in the bathtub shot.
I'm assuming she just didn't see it.
Well, you can't see it.
It's just, she's so dumb. I always hate when they do this, like, but there's a character that's a woman and she's naked. She's eye candy for the viewer. Yeah, she is, and it doesn't matter.
It worked, didn't it? We sold all the merch.
It literally distracted you so bad, you had no idea her face was in the scene.
And also, it's like, okay, Lucy merch sold pretty darn well. Wanna know whose merch sold a lot better and a lot faster? Rebecca.
Yeah.
Won't worry, we'll get to
Oh, Blurp's still dying. Sorry, chat. Oh, did Kendra die?
Huh?
You died from the VTube studio for some reason.
The cringe was too much.
Yeah, your model poofed on me.
Poof. There we go. Joining one more time.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
This person
disable the
makes me
blur
so
because it's killing itself.
This person is making me so upset. I want to go make a pot of macaroni.
Do it.
Well, you still
And then
got.
you gotta wait till after the video.
Yeah, we still got time.
Chips.
Yeah, we
Lucy
still
has
have
a lot
at
of
least. We still have at least. Words.
17
Still
minutes.
have at least an hour and a half left of this stream.
Potential, but she is kneecapped by being the obligatory love interest, because all emphasis on her childhood trauma needs to be run past the filter of Dave finding her sexy. Her unique value to the team is a really complicated and interesting thing to think about, but Lucy never talks about it, because the value of these scenes to the anime is in the fan service. You don't have to be naked to netrun. There are netrunning suits, but naturally the only characters that netrun are women, and they
Actually, this is explained in the lore of Cyberpunk. The reason they're even in an ice bath is because they typically overheat when they're net running. So, the best way to lower heat is for them to be naked. This doesn't just apply to women, this applies to men in Universe 2. They do everything they can to lower their temperature.
You think this person plays games, Mizu?
And also those fancy suits are obviously an Arasaka company. She doesn't fit in her fancy suit anymore.
Yeah. But, like, that's just... she just doesn't understand. Like, why do you think she's in the ice bath just so her body's glistening? No, this has been, like, a Cyberpunk thing for a long time. They get hot. Because they're, like... They turn their body into, like, a big computer, basically. And put it under a whole bunch of stress. That's not even like a new thing that was done for the anime to make her sexy. That's just been a staple of the series.
They both insist on doing so naked. David even suggests that Lucy wears a suit, and she's like, no, my trauma from net running is so overwhelming that I have to do it naked. When they climb out of the bath, the two of them wander around naked in the company of the team, seemingly oblivious to their own nudity. You could argue these people are so used to augmenting their bodies that their skin feels like an outfit, it's just plates on their body, so nudity is an alien concept to them. But I think the fact that only women are sitting around naked tells a different story.
You mean other than the giant guy with no shirt on? Do you want to know the real story why the guys don't have their pants off? Because they have to get a lot more creative with hiding the dick. With women, you just cross the legs, boom, vagina's gone.
Counteract it. or find some water.
Oh, what do you mean? We can have that giant streak from God himself go right across the screen.
Yeah.
Just pull a redo of Healer, blur it.
Oh my god, that blurring was so atrocious. It was criminal.
I'm talking about that scene where she slapped her in the face.
Yeah, fair.
But for gang leader Main to hang dong with the team, then there is an element of sexuality to being naked, and nudity does exist conceptually in this world, which does make it weird for these women to be drifting nakedly around the room. All I'm saying is equals pequals. Either everyone is okay to be nude or no one is. This kind of shameless
Man, don't let this woman discover nude beaches.
Yeah.
Also, again, it's like she doesn't understand. Okay, she doesn't. Again, I understand it because obviously some people are like either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. Number one, censorship. That's just how it is. Nobody likes it, but we got to put up with it for some of it. Second off, it's world building, bro. Some people are okay with it. Some people are not. That's the whole point of separating David from his nightlife. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. Like, ultimately, a lot of it comes down to censorship. Like, yeah, you can have the ladies topless and bottomless, because if they cross their legs, you can't see anything. It becomes, like, substantially less of a problem for the censors, because technically nothing there. With the guys, as soon as you, like, take the pants off, now you've got to contend with, like, a dick. And with the dude in the back, who's, like, a fucking giant monster, you're gonna open up questions, right? If his is so small, it can easily not be seen.
Pretty much, you'd probably either have to get rid of it, which obviously people are going to be like, where's the thing? Or they're going to just have to pull a Kid Goku where it just looks weird.
Yeah. Like, people got to ask questions.
Pull a Kid Goku.
Like, this is the thing she forgets, like, this is still shown on streaming platforms. There's still rules they have to abide by. They can't just be like, yeah, we're just going to turn this into a straight porno and try and release it with like a, on Amazon.
Not even just that. This also airs on TV.
Yeah.
Like, some of this stuff airs on TV. I'm pretty sure Takashi's mom doesn't want to walk by and see this 50-foot schlong just pan across the screen.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, it'd be funny. The news reports would be amazing. But
oh my god. It's like, okay. You know those anime scenes where it's just some dude like looking at a like grandfather clock or something, and it's the thing swinging back and forth, and it just slowly pans into his face. It's that, but a 50-foot dong.
Yeah.
Sexualization pisses me off. With all this said, I'm sure you're excited to see what I think of Rebecca. Rebecca is introduced in episode 2.
Oh, trust me, we're very excited to hear what you think of Rebecca.
Oh, yeah.
2. A petite woman with blue skin, beautiful pink eyes, and long hair reminiscent of Vocaloid star Miku Hatsune. And when I first saw...
Don't call her Miku Hatsune.
What?
I know why, but... Listen, if you've been American fans, don't call her that. Don't call her that, bro.
No.
Miku, that sounds wrong. That sounds illegal to say.
It does. It sounds criminal.
I've never... even the tourists that ever toured fucking Vocaloid has never called her Miku Hatsune. What the fuck?
Hatsune Miku.
Rebecca, I thought, oh boy, lolly bait. And I was not disappointed. Well, I was very disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. Not only is her frame small and her design girlish, but Rebecca's introductory scene sees her distract a local goon by spilling a drink on him and then impishly rubbing it off his crotch. Pretty sure I rolled my eyes so hard that I got a strain. In her second scene, she greets David in her underwear. I almost turned the show off right there. Yeah,
you should have. Get the fuck out. You upset me greatly.
Okay,
You know
They're
what's going to
like,
make her
"Oh,
feel even
well,
worse? If she knew anything about Cyberpunk, she'd know that Rebecca is covered in Mox tattoos. The Mox are a gang that are basically female strippers.
Yep.
They're just
think
like a
this person
group
plays
of...
games?
Yeah, they're just a group of unified female sex workers that have basically kind of teamed up to keep each other safe. All of her tattoos are specifically for the Mox, so she is a sex worker. Her brain would fucking explode if she knew that.
Do you think these people play games, Mizu?
No, I know they don't.
And don't forget Studio Trigger is the one that said the lolly stays.
Yep.
Yeah, chat. Rebecca's
They're like,
tattoos
"No,
are
like,
Mox
like-"
tattoos.
Not only that, I still remember when the producers was like, "Why would anybody in the world of Cyberpunk want to look like small and adorable?" And it's like, have you seen the IRL internet?
Yeah. Now they can do that for real and not just like with makeup.
Particularly acclaimed, but lolly tropes aren't my thing. I think Rebecca was initially pitched as a love rival, especially in the beginning few episodes, where she and Lucy have those fanfiction love triangle tropey introductions that I find hard to put into words, but if you know, you know. Like a couple scenes back to back, direct introductions with each character, time for the reader or viewer to soak up what they're about and start to build preferences before the writer goes on hiatus and then never uploads again. There is a half-hearted love triangle in the final product, but the show is too short to do much with it. Rebecca has a cute crush on David across the length of the show, and it's not really all that relevant beyond informing some of Rebecca's choices when it comes to taking a harder stance with David and his augmentation abuse, but it does feel organic, and I did really like their chemistry. Rebecca's crush on David feels cute. She's the only one to speak to him at the gang post-job drinks. He helps her get around fastidious bouncers, they have actual conversations, she falls asleep on him, they work together, especially as the team numbers begin to dwindle. She's the only one he trusts to inject him with immunosuppressants and anti-crazy juice. She gives him an honest talk about how his augmentation abuse is going to kill him, etc. She and David built a genuine bond. More time is spent showing this closeness between David and Rebecca, even if it is only platonic on his end, than time spent showing David and Lucy growing closer. I assume this is why Rebecca's excessive sexualization has a hard stop around episode 4. Either that or because someone told the animators to cool off a bit. By the end of the series, hell, by the midpoint of the series, she was my favourite character. Rebecca is sexual, like she is conventional.
I'm amazed that your favorite character was the lolly. Not because Rebecca's not a good character. Rebecca's genuine. I think most people agreed Rebecca's one of the best characters in the entire show, and that David should have just got with Rebecca and ditched Lucy. But I'm amazed that of all the characters, she picked Rebecca.
No, I'm not surprised at all. Most of the like anti people always be like, "Oh yeah, no, I like Rebecca, but I don't like
for
the
better
fact that
and more
she's a
nuanced
lolly."
reasons than you.
I don't. Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Oh, have you never heard that? It's the yeah, I like it, but for better and more nuanced reasons than you.
Oh. Listen, I was there. I saw the trench warfare on the other side for people who watch it. They're like, "She's not a lolly, guys." And Studio Trigger and the American staff said, "Yeah, no, she's lolly." And it's like, guys, it's over. You can admit. She's the lolly. But everybody likes to be like, "No, guys, it's not. It's not the same. I'm not like those guys. I'm not like the Gooner guys."
Wolfsbane for 5. Why is she complaining when there's more male nudity than female in the modern Western movie shows, especially in the EU? Also, a random side point is I love that she introduces Rebecca as a petite woman and then proceeds to say she's clearly the lolly bait character. Why didn't you just call her a lolly from the start?
She's like, "You can't fool me, my EUIC all."
Yeah.
Attractive, but after her introductory scenes...
Wait, I gotta go back. Did you say what?
bit. By the end of the series, hell, by the midpoint of the series, she was my favourite character. Rebecca is sexual, like she is conventionally attractive, but after her introductory scenes, she is not sexualized. I won't pretend that she doesn't lurk in that grey area between lollybait and short 20-year-old woman that anime loves splashing around in. This is mainly...
She's just a lolly. Get over it. What? This really is I like it for better, more nuanced reasons than you. She's a lolly. You can admit it. You thought the lolly was hot. It's okay.
No, I don't think she's hot. I think she's nuanced. It's just anime is the problem, not me.
People like this want to be called literally anything else but a lolicon.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, we don't want to be like the Gooners.
I've mentioned this before,
be like the Gooners.
but I had a friend who said that like me being a lolicon made them uncomfortable. And they would constantly send me Shotokan porn. And one day I was finally like, I don't understand where you get off on being upset with me for being a lolicon when literally everything you send me is Shotokan. He says, they're not Shotas, they're just cute boys. I'm
my fucking god. It's like, okay, this is the one thing that I hate is the hypocrisy of some Shotokans. Because I get it, the lolicons and the Shotokans fight each other all the fucking time. And I always hear like Shotokans trying to say that they're superior because like, oh, we're not gross men. It's like, dude, you're women looking at fictional little boys. I say this as a Shotokan.
Yeah.
And it's like, just shut up. Please just shut up.
No.
Due to the pigtails, which I feel tip the design scales into childlike, more so than her actual figure, which is that of an adult. Like, she has developed
pigtails. More at 11.
Yeah.
Having smaller breasts doesn't automatically make you underage, but it is...
Being a lolly doesn't automatically make you underage. Wait.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done with life. I'm done with these people.
You still got 10 minutes. You're under contract.
Oh my god.
Hidden by a big coat, her figure is concealed. Regardless, I felt like
You saw her, like, completely naked almost at the start. It's not concealed. You know what she looks like.
It's concealed for the rest of the series compared to Lucy. Duh.
She was the best character in Edgerunners by miles. Lucy's objectification worsens as the show progresses, whereas Rebecca becomes more defined.
Lucy literally wears the exact same outfit the entire series, and so does Rebecca. What crack are you... I'm genuinely confused. I'm genuinely confused. Oh, that hers gets better, hers gets worse. They wear the same outfit the whole time! What are you talking about?
Well, character development, Mizu. My thing is better than yours. Shut up.
Okay.
Her arc solidifies, her motivations become clearer. She deviates from her delicate appearance by augmenting her arms with huge meaty fists. She deals with losing her brother to a cyber psycho, and then she has one of the goriest deaths in the show. She is a character who dies for absolutely nothing, in a horrible, mean-spirited, cruel way, to try to save someone she loves, and despite her sacrifice, she fails.
Do you think the show is mean-spirited and cruel? Have you heard a single thing you've said the entire time?
She literally said in the beginning of this video, Cyberpunk is supposed to be a commentary about how, guess what? Dystopia bad. So when a character dies because of dystopia bad, suddenly it's an issue.
And also it's like, okay, not everyone is going to have an absolutely glorious death in a fucking dystopian universe. Most everyone is probably going to die a sad, pathetic death and eventually forgotten, except for the people who care about them.
Also, to be fair, if you go out because they had to call Adam Smasher on you, you probably did actually, like, hit the top at some point. Because Adam Smash, like, people have talked about before, in the actual TTRPG, Adam Smasher is supposed to be, like, I'm ending this session, everybody's dying. Because it's supposed to be an unwinnable fight. So if Arasaka calls Adam Smasher on you, then you've done, like, some proper shit that has upset them.
It's like between Adam Smasher and just Rebecca being Rebecca.
You've
Her
gone out
death
to
was
blaze of glory.
absolutely fucking perfect for her because one, it's like she earned that death, and two, the amount of porn between them has been absolutely top tier.
V is the only canon character that's beaten Adam Smasher. Fair.
Yeah.
I love that. Compared to Lucy, whose purpose is to be won, owned, and saved, Rebecca is her own character with her own arc, and the show pulls zero punches in demonstrating what that looks like. Unlike Lucy, who simultaneously possesses a personal bubble the size of the O2 Arena and says hello to the average man by rubbing her groin all over him like a cat in heat, Rebecca just feels kinda real. She's not tropey, her dialogue is very
She's extremely tropey. What are you talking about? She's a tsundere lolly. What crack are you
I like tsundere.
smoking?
Not that tsundere, but this tsundere specifically I like.
She's not very tropey. She is. What crack are you on?
We've come together to just say this is an awful video.
For example, you can tell she has a crush on David because of the way she approaches him and, like, anxiously speaks. She stands to his side and faces ahead so that eye contact is less intense, standing side by side. She's so sweet about it and so obvious, like there's a little voice in her head going, "Go for it, Rebecca, you can do it." Unlike Lucy, for whom the camera lurks around, ogles, and violates, shots of Rebecca are less voyeuristic. She is the subject in her shots, not the object. Although her outfit has its angles, the camera doesn't sit beneath her begging for an upskirt, tongue dangling out of its mouth. It doesn't linger on her tits while she's speaking about childhood trauma. It doesn't pan up her body while she's lying in the bath. Rebecca is the perfect example of a character who is attractive but not sexualized. Her firearm mastery gives her a selection of weapons to use that don't require Bayonetta-style gymnastics. I've seen Rebecca described as a lolly a few times in discourse, and if you held a gun to my head and asked me my opinion, I mean, I'm not an idiot, like I see her design, and the show makes a concerted effort to show you how young this woman appears to be. There's an early scene where she is denied entry to a club on account of how young she looks, while the younger David swans past. I see the effort made to highlight the prepubescent nature of Rebecca's appearance in an extremely cramped 240-minute runtime, where every scene likely had to be carefully selected to make the most.
Can you just say it? You think she's not a lolly, even though factually she is. The creators called her a lolly. The show even specifically says that other characters think she's a child. Like, why are we doing this, like, 3-minute session on I really don't think Rebecca's a lolly?
Coping, not wanting to accept that she likes the lolly.
Okay.
I like the lolly, but not that lolly, but that lolly.
Alright, let's see what her cope is.
Of such a big story across such a small period where so many crucial events happen. That was, to someone, an essential scene to include, and it's more time than she is given when her brother is murdered in front of her. Rebecca's brother Pilar's death is used as an opportunity for David to save Lucy's life, take her home, promise to take her to the moon, and kiss her under the night sky. We don't really see what Rebecca's going through, despite it being a pivotal moment for her character. Sorry, Bex, we have to see what the world's most dead-eyed couple are flapping their lips about now. Still, intentional attractiveness aside, Rebecca is the best written female character in the show, and this is because she is able to sit outside of the central aim of being desirable to David, and by extension, the audience. Lucy, however, is a slave to the male gaze and the Dave gaze, and cannot operate outside it. David meets Lucy.
You were supposed to tell us.
That was the worst comment.
Jesus Christ.
She was supposed to be explained to us if she thought Rebecca was a lolly or not, and then she just forgot.
No, it's not that she forgot. She wants us to forget, and then she can swiftly move on to a different point.
Magooby for 2, Holy Copium, get over you tourists. And Atari for 269 Swedish. Lucy is a go-getter type. I feel like the person who made this video is projecting some sort of insecurity. Kind of feels like it. Like, holy shit.
Like, this person just goes on and on and on about how much they hate Lucy, and at that point, it's just kind of like, oh, we get it, you don't like this character. Just like, come on, bro.
in episode 2, when she is stealing chips from commuters on the train. She notices David because he is wearing the Sandevistan, an augmentation he found in his recently deceased mother's possessions. Lucy is running with the gang of people David's mother was selling these augmentations to. Lucy realizes she is going to need to keep him busy until her team can get there to take it back. To do this, she has him help her steal chips, promising to split the profit 80-20. It soon becomes obvious that the writers could not decide which tiring trope to write Lucy through. She is the standoffish ice.
I will say,
we're back to Lucy again.
From a cyberpunk standpoint, this isn't even related to her. I kind of hate the Sandevistan because it just seems so horrendously broken. I don't understand why more people don't have it. Because even in this show, it kind of is portrayed as like really only David and Adam Smasher have access to it. And even Adam Smasher is like kind of not. I don't, it always seems so broken and nobody else seems to have one.
Cold Snow Queen who needs to be thawed. She is the physical femme fatale who gets what she wants using her sex appeal. She is the manic pixie dream girl who, long story short, saves David from a gang who tried to steal his Sandevistan by riding the gurney they have him strapped to down a lit tunnel, laughing and squealing in his face with excitement as he stares at her in rapture. Something about this scene makes me cringe so bad that my feet curl and I can taste onions. They end up at her flat. She lies in shot in such a way as to emphasize the bulk of her coochie lips through her shorts. Yeah, I know, the camera is literally up her arse, the emphasis on her minge, and I could not remember what.
Can you not zoom in on it?
Yeah.
Like yeah, we already saw it. You didn't have to shove it in our face like that. You're doing more sexualization of Lucy than actual Lucy.
She liked it. No, she 100% liked it. Like I feel like she's coping so hard about how she actually found Lucy really sexy. And she just like, she's like, I can't like it because in my political beliefs say it's objectifying to women. So I have to not like it. So great.
On earth they were talking about in this scene because I was too busy wheezing with laughter with my mate. During their time together, Lucy divulges an honest wish to go to the moon. She takes David into a brain dance where they skip around and enjoy the gravity and laugh together, but it's just a ruse to keep him distracted as her gang arrives. Lucy wears me out, like to my core. There is nothing to her outside of these 2D tropes. She is an object to be coveted, demonstrating whichever features David will find most attractive in the moment, even when those features are diametrically opposed. With so few episodes and so little time to tell a story, we never really get a sense of who she is. The icy snow queen, manic pixie femme fatale who wouldn't touch you with a 12-foot pole with a bit of cack at the end, but also says hello by grinding up on you like a nightclub regular. The problem with 10 episodes is that this is the only introduction to her that we get. The lies she tells David to earn his trust. The behaviors that may just be a way of tricking him into lowering his guard. She will admit later that her moon wishes were true, but there's no time spent laying out what kind of a person Lucy actually is beyond her initial fake persona until something like episode 8. She is constantly there to perform a role of titillating David and the viewer, and her writing will change to accommodate whichever trope the writers think will be most attractive in that moment. Beyond moments where they go running together, something Maine specifically requested so that someone is keeping an eye on David at all times, and sessions where Lucy runs ahead of David so that she doesn't have to speak to him, this is all the time the pair spend together outside of work. I don't think they have a proper conversation again until episode 6 or 7, by which point they have already begun a sexual relationship, apropos of nothing we're actually shown, just told.
Because sometimes you don't need to be told. Sometimes we're all adults and we can assume that they have been continuing their discussions off screen.
This is so irritating for many reasons. And I just want to leave. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Also, you could save a lot of time on censoring if you just stopped showing the same 2 scenes over and over of Lucy being naked. Because it's not like you're showing a bajillion different scenes. You're showing like the same 2 scenes back to back over and over and over again. You could just not do that and not have to censor all of them.
Barley, in the lead up to this dead fish of appearing, there are a few scenes where Maine asks David questions like, how are things with Lucy? Like this is some tangible slow burn love affair that everyone is watching unfurl with bated breath, and David flusters for a while. I was like, yeah man, how are things with Lucy? Whatever's happening, we're clearly not seeing any of it either. Before David, Lucy is an object, but Rebecca's writing teaches us that she could go either way. There's hope for her yet. Unfortunately, becoming David's girlfriend eradicates any of her potential. Lucy remains objectified by the show and becomes a woman who can only do what she needs to do as long as David reassures her that he believes in her. She becomes a passive damsel in distress whose job it is to wait around to be saved or recover from being saved, often naked. If she's not wandering around their huge flat naked, lying on their weird backless sofa naked, obviously backless so as not to sacrifice shots of her tits when she faces away from David, lying naked on their bed without the sheets on, or lying naked in the net running bath, she's been kidnapped by Faraday to lure David to his death. The camera crawls up her body from behind.
Look, you can argue about her laying naked in the bed. However, I have to mention that I'm pretty sure all this shit takes place in California, and global warming is so fucking bad. So it's just hot as hell all the time.
People are naked in baths.
Yeah, that's a weird one. It's
Just
just
wanna point
naked in
out.
the bath. Yeah, it's kind of normal. Are you in clothes when you're in yours? We get it. You're fucking jealous of her. It kind of feels like she is.
That's my thing. It just kind of sounds like she has like this vendetta against Lucy. Again, I know nothing really that much about Cyberpunk, but like we went from Rebecca to Lucy, back right to Lucy, and more Lucy, and then praising Rebecca, and then back to trashing on Lucy. It's like, brother, this did not need to be just over like 10 minutes of you hating this one character, praising another one, and then going back to hating that character. Like, oh my gosh, talk about something else in the series.
Also, thank you, Feel, for the membership. As a side note, I took Akko's advice chat and I added like $2 memberships, which is like the second lowest tier I think I'm allowed to do. So just if anybody's interested, I added those now. And Internet Zen Master for 20. Icy Snow Queen, we can't understand her. So she's a femme fatale type. I can sympathize with Kendra so very much. I just shown up and I hate this content creator. Also, a backlit couch is a Divian, you uncultured swine. Somebody else said you could also call it an ottoman, which I don't think it's really an ottoman, but you know, potato, potato.
While she is watching David strangle his doctor, as though a shot of her ass is exactly what we need in a moment that marks David's turning point into certain death. We get a slow pan down her soaking wet body when Faraday strings her up after kidnapping her. She gets suspended in a sexy way and called a toy. When Rebecca is killed, we see her shredded corpse, and then we immediately get a shot of Lucy bent over, ass to the camera. It's such a strange choice to try and write a tragic story.
Notice how you had to loop that like 20 times because the actual shot of Lucy like that is like a half a second. So you just had to constantly string it back to back.
Can I be real with you? This person sounds more attracted to Lucy than David.
There's so many close-up shots of her coochie. Like you've included so many massive zoom-ins of her coochie. Like
oh my gosh.
And have it just brimming with shots so gratuitous that it takes you right out of every scene. There are so many moments where Rebecca falls over or lands on David or leans towards the camera, and none of them are played for sexuality, so it is possible. Lucy is an object whose entire character is defined by how mysterious, unattainable, and sexy David finds her. In the first half of the
So here's the, you do not understand what men find attractive in women. Because you're like, oh, well, Rebecca's never sexualized, and yet people still loved her more than Lucy.
And also, it's like, don't forget, we are experiencing this from the point of view of David.
Yeah.
Want to know who he likes the most and his sights are lingering on the most?
Lucy. Oh, God, this woman is so annoying.
series, she is a prize to be earned and an item to be stolen back in the second. Her child slavery trauma is used as a crutch for more on-screen sexualization. Her dreams are a ruse used to make David trust her, and all the time spent with him is either at work or babysitting him, which lends itself to a woefully sterile romantic relationship. There is zero on-screen chemistry. Their entire relationship is him looking enraptured and her staring dispassionately like her new colleague is some sort of hamster. Watching them hang out is like watching someone rub two oven trays together under a single exposed hanging light bulb.
What does that mean?
What? I don't know.
You're just saying shit now. Like, I don't know what that means. For chat who did not pick up on what she said it's like rubbing two oven trays together under an exposed light bulb. I don't know what that means.
It means exactly what it means. Keep up with the program, Mizu. You're not understanding the lore she's trying to get at.
He's got 5 minutes to turn this around.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners in many ways forced me to recontextualize sexuality in sexualization because it forced me to address the reasons why I liked the depiction of Rebecca and not Lucy, when Rebecca is clearly more of an issue. I mean, they're both women in their 20s who take a romantic interest in the 17-year-old David, and Lucy shags him, so she's a weapons-grade nonce anyway, but still. Rebecca is on some thin ice.
Oh my god.
Are you upset that the series set in dystopia kind of don't care about the age of consent when you can literally augment your body and hire arms dealer children? Are we seriously you know what? I'm going for a walk again.
Also, it's like, okay, I decided to look up Lucy on the Cyberpunk Wikipedia. Says that she's about 20 years old, so she's only 3 years older than David.
Yeah, Lucy isn't portrayed as, like, particularly old. I believe Rebecca is portrayed as older. This person sucks, though.
See. Well, both say around 20 years old.
Fair. But... she's so weird about this. Like, it forced me to face my feelings on sexualization. It's like, what the crack are you smoking? You know, if you didn't overanalyze every little stupid thing in life, you might actually enjoy more shows. She does know Night City is an independent city-state with its own in-universe laws. She has no idea. And we're just gonna wait for Kendra to get back. So Kendra can crash out with the last 5 minutes.
I have hated both of these videos a lot.
What's a worse whiplash? The this is how this relates to the Confederates, or Cyberpunk is the worst written show I've ever seen.
Isekai is obviously a great Confederacy conspiracy. All Isekai leads to the Confederacy.
Hurtbox for 5. I can excuse child slaves, murder, corporate-funded private military companies, and crime, but age of consent, that's where I have to draw the line.
I'm back.
Internet Zenmaster for 5. A 3-year age gap isn't Shota or Nansuri. WTF is this unhappy woman on about? It could go two ways. Either she's extremely jealous of Lucy for some reason, or she's genuinely upset that David didn't end up with Rebecca.
Both.
Fair.
Yeah.
in terms of sexual appeal, and yet I thought she was twice the character they bothered to write Lucy as. And why did I think Kiwi was okay? She looks similar to Lucy, similar hair, similar frame, similar reasons to be nude, so it's clearly not the aesthetics alone that I have an issue with, considering Rebecca oozes all the trappings of typical lolly bait at first glance. Although I will say that Lucy's outfit looks silly because the swimsuit high leg is supposed to elongate the body, but having a white band across the middle cuts her in half and makes her look disproportionate. I won't suggest that.
What are you talking
Just
about?
complain about
Oh my
character
God.
design. You know what?
I think she got it wrong too. Like Lucy's character design looks really good.
She's like, well, you see, I like Rebecca, even though she's mostly in her underwear, but that swimsuit, that's going too far.
Any of these women are sexualized in design alone when we consider the standards of the genre and setting. Showing extra skin is nothing extreme in Edgerunners. Lucy could show up in a pair of waders and still wouldn't be well written. There is so much about sexuality in a cyberpunk setting that's never examined closely, namely how transhumanism affects the beauty industry and societal standards for fashion across gender.
Are you ready for me
Oh
to
my
ruin
God.
your whole day? Not you guys', but hers. With this idea that, like, 'cause she's trying to use all like these big talking points about like story and all this. What you know? It's really the commentary about sexuality in cyberpunk dystopias. Everybody's super naked and they never talk about it because the actual like concept you're supposed to pick up is that it has been completely desensitized and commodified to the point that no one sees it as weird. If you have an entire section where you start discussing how weird it is, that inherently destroys the entire commentary.
But why would we address it?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, she wants them to address it. It's like, if you address it, then that ruins the commentary. Because why are people that are so desensitized to nudity commenting on how everyone's so nude? Yeah, like the ads in the Cyberpunk game, you see ads everywhere. Basically, every single one is straight up porn or porn adjacent. There is, like, it's not even, like, remotely close. I think there's, like...
It's like the energy drink poster in the elevator that we have to go down after we leave our apartment. There is a huge fucking bulge on that model.
Yeah. Like, the whole point is everyone's so desensitized to it, nobody thinks it's weird to see it. But if people start talking about how weird it is, well, then the commentary fails. Because now everybody's addressing the sexuality all over the place. I'm blocked by this person on Twitter and I've never interacted with them. I think I might be blocked by them too.
That's funny.
No, they
Find that a
found
shame.
us.
The cyberpunk genre feels really unexplored in that regard. Still, I can't blame the show for this. Edgerunners only has 10 episodes and the story is pretty A to B, so I don't blame them for not taking a nosedive into these themes. I just find it interesting myself to apply these transhumanist concepts to the show's world building and see which conclusions we can walk away with. Sexualization is derived entirely from intention, not presentation. Cyberpunk is so interesting because...
It's really not, though.
This person irritates me. This person irritates me to the 10th degree. This person irritates me to the 20th degree. It's like, I love the concept of transhumanism, except that. And then get rid of that. That's literally what she's saying, though. She's like, I love the concept of transhumanism, how our bodies and everything, and augmentations and everything, except them. They suck. Can we, like, focus on the lolly girl, who I don't really want to call a lolly, but is a lolly character who I like the most and stuff? Yeah, I want more of that. And it's just like, oh my gosh. The whole, you can't say you hate, oh my god, you know what?
Don't worry, she's almost done.
A person having fat tits and a big bum might feel like a hypersexual character design to us, but within the genre it's unremarkable. Beauty standards are going to be...
If there's not a bunch of other characters with fat tits and a fat ass, then no, it's not unremarkable in the world. That character is intentionally sexualized. I don't know where you got this idea that sexualization was not skin deep, but it kind of is.
you know,
a whole lot different in a hyper-capitalist society where you can literally buy your perfect thighs, your perfect legs, your perfect arms. In Cyberpunk Edgerunners, it's pretty apparent that the more augmentations you have, the more attractive you are. So it's more about having neon thighs and an aquarium bum that's got a little goldfish swimming in it. Instead, the objectification is in how the camera frames the bum, what it pans up and down, which shots we're shown while characters are explaining their traumatic backstories, what the show considers more important for us to see than others. I like Rebecca because after the steam of her introduction wears off, her physical appearance is irrelevant to her characterization, her motivations, her future, and her outcome. She is a character who is small, and she ends up being the best written of the bunch, rivaled only by Maine. On the other hand, Lucy is something to be ogled and disrespected. Her childhood abuse is used as a vessel to have her walk around naked and be a damsel in distress. The show would rather pan up her legs and thighs than focus on her face. Even when she is kidnapped, she is strung up in a sexy style with the lighting emphasizing the curves of her thighs. It is such a miserable outcome for a promising character, but understand that I'm not arguing she's bad because she is sexy. She's bad because she is sexualized, and there is an enormous difference.
Oh, it's such a headache. She's bad because she's sexualized. Shut up.
it's like, well, you see, I like how she literally just explained all that, being like, technically in the world of cyberpunk, the augmentations are what's attractive. And it's like, okay, but the people watching the show don't have augmentations. So they're probably going to think that the normal looking girl is attractive.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for 10. Person doesn't understand subtlety, do they? Haven't played Cyberpunk 2077, but even I can grasp the commentary. Does this person need everything explained with small words in real time?
That's the thing, though. She keeps explaining literally the concept of cyberpunk and then being like, well, I don't like that, even though I just explained it, why I like the world of cyberpunk. I don't like this aspect of cyberpunk. And it's like, why do you even like this series then?
But to be fair, she said she didn't like it. She said it's one of the worst things she's ever watched.
I was recommended Cyberpunk Edgerunners as a tearjerker tragic love story between two unforgettable characters. What I found was a flimsily written premise sandwiched together with a heinously written female lead. Lucy's writing is the real tragedy of this show, emphasized by her constant narrative contrasts to Rebecca, who is given a broad, emotional, and satisfying character arc. Her death was the only death I mourned because, by the end, she was the only one who just wanted to get through this one last mission and see her friends safe. If Lucy was a side character, these issues wouldn't be such a problem, but only because they would be less glaring, less obvious, and less impactful to the wider story of the show. As it stands, Lucy's bad writing is the emotional core of a story I didn't find tragic whatsoever, and you can't really engage with this show at all without having to take her into consideration. I initially sat down because I wanted to write a numbered list of pet peeves. Like, I wanted to get really unproductive about it. I wrote this over Christmas as like a small writing exercise. It's a lot simpler than the other videos I put out, and I was like, go on, be a hater, like, as a treat. Instead of being able to like rant and just talk unproductively, I feel like I've ended up being quite productive and given.
You have not. I have to shoot that down for you, Han. You have not been productive at all. You spent the entire time editing close-up shots of Lucy's coochie and tits just so you can be like, I don't like coochie and tits.
This had to be probably the meanest review I've ever seen on the internet. And we literally just watched a guy earlier talk about his hate for Isekai. This was miserable. This was literally miserable, bro.
It's still just funny where she's just like, Lucy sexualized too much, decides to show her coochie every single fucking word. I'm brain broken because of this goddamn video.
Like,
I feel like I need a nap.
She hates, like you could have at least like talked about the things you liked. And no, not one character that you like is not talking about the things you like. I could have at least understood if she like it was literally just from beginning to end. It was like, oh yeah, I hate this entire anime except this one character. What about the other characters? Why didn't you talk about? You went on like a tiny tangent about one character who looked kind of similar to Lucy. I would have loved to hear like your opinion on that. But like this review is just sad. This is like the saddest review I've ever seen in my years of reviews and video essays.
It's painful, and she's got a minute left.
More constructive feedback than I wanted to give, and I mean I still want to be really unproductive, so I think I'm ready to do a video about how I think the Doctor Sleep movie was really bad. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this one. In the meantime, I'm making a couple small videos at the moment because I'm going to be moving house soon, and I want to work on a really big video in a few months, so I want to get a couple smaller things out that I've been kind of like sitting on for a little bit. This has been in the box for a while, and it's not really a full video's worth, it's just more of like a character discussion about a singular show. So yeah, that's why this was a little bit more simple than I'm sure you're accustomed to. I promise I'll go back to the bigger videos soon, just life's a little bit busy at the moment.
Okay, so it's just her preamble. What do you think, chat? Did you guys love it?
I hated it. I hated everything about it.
It was so terrible.
I can feel my brain like bursting.
That gay kiss was more enjoyable.
You know, I would much rather watch all 3 episodes of Boku no Pico back to back twice.
That was a good show, though.
At least we'd be around friends and be able to commentate and actually like something together.
I mean, you know what, Mizu, you should do that as a dono goal, where it's like give X amount of money. Not live streaming it, but all 3 of us will just sit and watch all of Boku no Pico and then just do a stream talking about it, or upload a video of our edited reactions to it.
Oh, we could do like a members only stream.
we could do it like how other VTubers watch anime and stuff, where it's just our models on the screen and we watch it not on our main screen, just watch it on the side.
What is it? I got a movie. I know this a Ko-fi page that has movie theater assets I use. We can use that probably.
Hell yeah.
Oh Lord. Did she even talk about the title? Sort of.
She's like, this is cyberpunk. This is the world of cyberpunk. I love the concept of cyberpunk being a way to do commentary and transhumanism. By the way, I think Cyberpunk Edgerunners is dog water, and here's why. That's literally what the video was.
Oh,
I love cyberpunk, but it fucking sucks.
I love this. I love the cyberpunk genre. By the way, specifically Cyberpunk Edgerunners sucks, and here's why.
Chat, my soul hurts.
Someone said pick away in the video.
Yeah, like my soul is genuinely just like in pain and suffering right now.
I feel like I'm ready to sleep. Need to sleep away the pain before I cry.
Before we go, let me see if I can find a VTuber maybe to raid out to. Pretty good, or looks interesting.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I might raid this person because they're playing Sonic Heroes, which is the only Sonic game I like.
Nice.
Alright, chat. You're gonna have fun watching Sonic Heroes with whoever this is.
Good night, chat.
Oh, you got one more dono. Got one more dono.
Can't raid them. Thank you, Internet Zen Master for 10. The way she's whinging about Lucy makes me go, she's a Becca X David shipper. I say that because I've heard the same amount of complaints about Lucy were made about Hinata by Narusase and Narusakura shippers. I mean, that's a possibility.
So you're saying this video was probably made just because I hate this shit? I mean, in that light, honestly, if it's in that light, the dedication is amazing.
You know what, chat? Let's get back to basics, I think. Wait. Is this a live stream? I can't tell. Why does it have a... we'll think about that one. There needs to be more VTubers that stream in my time.
Unfortunately, Mizu, you're gonna have to find more Japanese.
Thank you for
YouTubers.
the 1,000 biddies, Gabby. Thanks for the torture session. And thank you for the biddies, Nasco. Live stream watching Boku no Pico on Pomp with Ava. That would be painful. As a side note, I probably will not be doing movie night tomorrow because Code Vein 2 comes out. So I'll probably just stream Code Vein 2. Here, chat. This is a... Nope, they have theirs turned off too. Stop turning off your thing.
Some people just forget to turn on YouTube rates because it's not on by default.
The one thing they don't turn on by default.
Well, chat, I found somebody to send you out to. And I guess I'll take Zugswain's suggestion for Twitch. But not everybody. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.
Night, guys.